Hello everybody and welcome to the 2022 Sonsio Grand Prix at Road America. This is going to be yet another round of the championship that is very, very dramatic. Now sadly, we don't have a driver tracker to begin with here. We're going to have to put up with, I'm afraid, tweet deck for the first couple of laps. That's because currently we've got the British Touring Car Championships going on for race 3, and we're commentating on that later. So iPad's a bit busy at the moment as well. But we're all set for what is going to be an absolutely fantastic Grand Prix here at Road America. Let's have some history about this place.
Including our old pal PT. There has been a lot of drama here.
Paul was involved in a lot of these. Sometimes the instigator, sometimes the victim. That was Brian Herta, Colton Herta's dad, underneath the car. Patrick Carpentier somersaulting, tumbling his way out of the park. AJ Foyt had big issues through the years. This is a fast racetrack. As you see Paul Tracy there, lots of opportunity to get it right and oftentimes wrong.
High speeds, high risk. There's Catherine Legg losing it in the kink after a wing failure. She was okay, but yeah, like we said, just big commitment racetrack. A lot of high-speed corners can lead to some devastating accidents, but hopefully we've also seen racers run completely caution-free here, so there's a chance for anything.
Following that thread, there was a pretty scary crash earlier today in the Indy Lights race. We will show you that a little bit later in the program. It was kind of took your breath away, but the driver is okay. All right, more from pit lane. Let's get things going with Dave Burns. Dave?
Lee, Felix Rosenqvist's lone IndyCar win came right here at Road America 2 years ago. Last year, he watched this race from his couch recovering from injury. So what about today? Well, he's been on a really good 3-race run. Finishes of 6th and 4th in Indianapolis, followed by a gain of 16 positions last week in Detroit. He starts 7th. Kevin Lee, that's the exact position he started from when he won here.
Dave Ramon Grosjean starts 6th, and will this be the day that he wins for the first time since GP2 in 2011? He's finished 2nd 3 times in IndyCar and feels he's got a chance today, but he stirred up the locals when he told me yesterday on Peacock, I'm not really a fan of Wisconsin cheese. I still think we can talk him into it today in victory lane, Marty.
Kevin, New Zealand native Scott McLaughlin started the year with a win at St. Pete. Since then, it's been a really mixed bag of results for the race team. So when he sat down with the strategist Kyle Moyer earlier this week, he told him, listen, we need 55 laps of clean racing. Take what the car will give you. Don't force anything. All we need to leave with is a solid finish. McLaughlin started the weekend with a
easier said than done around this place, to be fair.
To leave here with maybe a win or at least a top 5 this afternoon.
Yeah, he led after the first 2 rounds of...
Easier said around this place as well as to who's going to have the better event. I've rotated the microphone around for this race as well due to the fact that the pressure on the ears is massive here as well. So just trying to relieve the pressure after being on the air for over 24 hours in the turning around makes it feel like a different set of headphones, which is good. Almost time then for the command to be given and the 2022 Grand Prix of Road America to be given.
For the most famous words in motorsports, here to give the command, Sonsio Grand Prix Road America, presented by AMR. Please welcome the president of Sonsio Vehicle Protection, Lindsey Bird.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of all the IndyCar fans here at Road America, drivers, please start your engines.
And the fields start their engines as we'll head down to the pits.
That make up this 55-lap race. They fire and we'll go racing when we come back.
So the cars are already to go on the grid then as well here. The anticipation is rising. 55 laps ahead of us here for the Grand Prix, the Sonsio Grand Prix at Road America as well. A load of action ready to get going. Now, we'll have our driver tracker hopefully soon, so don't worry, it will be coming at some point during the day as well. Hopefully in around about 15 minutes' time, it will ring into life as their cars begin then to leave the pit lane. And the anticipation will now rise. Tensions will be looking good. Rossi leaves there as well. We'll talk you through what they are on the starting grid as well. I'm sure you can see them alongside us on the monitor here at IndyCar's Grand Prix of Road America. This amazing racing circuit We've had Formula One drivers such as Fernando Alonso wanting to race here as well. He did so. And also Sebastian Vettel says he wants to give a proper circuit a go. That is this track here. Can he actually give it a full opportunity to go racing? We're going to find out shortly as well as the cars head out there. There's Scott McLaughlin. Oh, and a problem for the 21 of Venus VK. Sorry, Synthel. VK has stalled in the pit lane and will have to start this race at the back of the grid, which is due to the rules. So he stalled it in the pit lane and is going to have to start from the back, which is just perfect. Perfect news all the way around there. So sorry, Synth, as well. I know you wanted him at the front as Pato Award starts through. I must apologise for the voice. If it's a bit hoarse at the moment, it's a bit not there. Commentating 24 hours on the Le Mans race, it's dived everything off and my sleep pattern is absolutely gone. I haven't slept in over 36 hours now nearly. And I can't process this correctly, so hopefully we'll be here good. Will Power starting on as well. He's down in 15th position, and he's starting as well on the primary tyre. Many of them also starting on alternates. We'll have the full option runs coming up shortly. Colton Herta setting out there as well. It's going to be a multiple run out here for IndyCar. Let's go through then, side by side with the field.
Road America.
Road America. This is a classic. Colton Herta's 19, and he's leading an IndyCar field to green. Green. Rossi around the outside, and he's going to pull that off. Herta's not giving it up, and it's close. Rossi gets the lead.
Oh, no, Dixon. Dixon's in trouble. Hunter Ray gets into the back of him.
I have nowhere to go.
Alexander Rossi has cleared out.
Just curious, but how far up the road is Rossi? About 18 seconds. Wow, all right.
This is a monstrous lead from Alexander Rossi. From last on lap 1 to a 5th place. That's what Scott Dixon does. This young American star was sick of finishing second. There's no way he's second today. He wins at Road America.
Nice job, Alex. Nice drive. Well done.
It's probably the best race car I've ever driven.
Throw in the battle as well, that Simone Di Silvestro starts at the back of the field. Alexander Rossi has taken pole position. Can he end a 2.5-year drought of not winning here in IndyCar, here at one of the most famous races? Here's the starting grid then as well. It's Alexander Rossi on pole position. Joseph Newgarden lines up alongside him. Row 2, Alex Palou and Marcus Ericsson. Row 3, Colton Herta and Pato O'Ward take through as well. On rows 4 and 5 of the grid, as well as row 6, Romain Grosjean and Felix Rosenquist, Scott McLaughlin and Scott Dixon, Simon Pagenaud and Callum Ilott as well, down on the 6th row. Rows 7, 8 and 9, Christian Lundgaard and David McCulcas, Will Power, Helio Castroneves, Venus VK, Connor Daly, Takuma Sato, Jack Harvey. Rows 11, 12, 13 and 14, Devlin DiFrancesco, Graham Rahal, Dalton Kellett, Carl Kirkwood, Tatiana Coulter and Jimmy Johnson, and Simona Di Silvestro making her return to IndyCar down on the last row of the grid. In terms of onboard cameras, McLaughlin, O'Ward, Rosenquist, Dixon, Power, Rahal, Daly, Herta, Rossi, Grosjean, Lundgaard, Harvey, Johnson and Pagenaud have the onboard cameras as well. Well, it's lap 16 of 18 in the British Touring Car Race 3, which means that we will have the live timing of the driver tracker, hopefully within the first couple of laps or so. Let's go down then for the track preview with the guys.
All right, well, 14 minutes here at Road America, and some really unique corner profiles and curbing profiles. As thanks to Honda, we ride on board with the number 60 of Simon Pagenaud. He's going to make a left-hander here at turn 8 and run into the carousel, James, and there's no other corner in the world like the carousel.
It is incredibly unique, Townsend. The corner is one of the longest corners on the calendar. That includes the ovals. Your sustained G load for over 9 seconds. The peak G is over 3. You go in at 115 miles an hour, you come out at 150 miles an hour, and guys, that section of racetrack, just that one corner, is a third of a mile. It's longer than an entire NHRA race.
And this is the lowest elevation on the racetrack, Diff. Kettle Bottoms heading to Canada Corner. They'll be at about 185 miles an hour as they break here for the right-hander, Canada Corner. We're thanks to Honda for that great track preview.
You may remember last...
Okay, here we go then. They'll begin to form side by side here. It is the IndyCar Sonsio Grand Prix. We are at Road America. Turn 1 is still just as good. A total of 14 corners at this circuit. The finish line and start line are segregated. We are back in business at Road America, where they top the hill 2 by 2. Can Rossi end his drought of not winning an IndyCar? Top of the hill. We wait for the start of the NTT Data Sonsio Grand Prix Road America. It's green flag, and away we go. Rossi weaving left and right down towards turn 1 to try and block away from Newgarden and Pagano as well. On the inside, Palou trying to go through. Ericsson's on the outside, and there's contact between Ericsson and Pato O'Ward into the first corner. Dixon's driven left behind as well as they head down towards turn 3 and 4. Rosenquist looks to the inside line, trying to find a way through, and Romain Grosjean has a worked out spinner. Jimmy Johnson, I believe, is in the gravel trap. Is that Jimmy? Oh, it is! Jimmy Johnson in the gravel trap. Is that going to throw a caution? We're green at the moment here. No sign of it as they head down to the braking zone. Hard now in towards turn 5 before coming over the Corvette Bridge as well. Down to the exit. Heaviest braking zone on the track through Corvette Bridge. Looks okay to me. No sign of the caution. Jimmy might get it going again. It's not an oval, so they're a bit light on throwing that caution. Don't need to do it if there's a problem on the side of the car. Into the braking zone now. Into the heavy downhill section. Road America then. Lap 1 of 55. And it's a good run. Caution's out. Yep. Johnson, I think, has stalled it completely. And it's worthy enough to throw the full course caution. So Jimmy Johnson takes the first plunge as they come through Canada Corner. And Race Control has thrown the double yellow because he's stuck down there at turn 2. So Jimmy Johnson asking to be refired. Doesn't look like it's going to have it. Let's take a look at what happened then. Coming through the top of the corner, gets on the grass himself, drifts off of the grass into the gravel, kicks up all the dust, and the gravel will spin him round quickly. It loses the engine, and he just can't get going. It was his own mistake. Was he on the throttle through 1? Yes. Was he in the throttle through turn 2? That's the question. Off throttle?
Yeah, checked up so much in front
got
of
pushed off by
she was trying to avoid her teammate Dalton Kellett.
Yeah, he got pushed off by Tatiana Calderon, who's trying to avoid, as you heard James Hitchcock say, he was trying to avoid Carl Kirkwood. So Tatiana was not really at fault there. This is O'Ward, who tagged the side of Marcus Ericsson through turn 1, just rubbing his racing. That's all, nothing else damaged down there.
Ericsson on the alternate tires, the red sidewall, and he just understeered into the side of the car, but we've seen it. There's some beating, some banging, some door brushing here. You can get side to side and have a fair amount of contact at Road America. We've seen that a lot over the years.
Caution, at least, is going to give us time to get the driver track operational.
All good. Good start there. Way to hold position. Obviously, Grosjean got us, but you're in good place.
And they've brought Jimmy Johnson onto the racetrack to try and settle him back up again to see if that will help. But as things stand here, Jimmy's a lap down on the field already, and he's only been going for a couple of laps, so this is not good news at all for Jimmy Johnson. Trying to go on the inside, not sure what happened there.
11. Yeah, copy. We're calling it in. It's ridiculous.
So that's Tatiana Calderon, then the number 11 being called in.
Johnson's side. I mean, I think, like we said, Tatiana, I think, was just trying to avoid getting into the back of the stack up in front of her and forced him off, unfortunately.
Synthel says, "Why? Well, first caution, where's VK? I'm sorry to tell you, Synthel, I did say earlier on, VK stalled in the pit lane, but has got going. He's up into 15th position. The race has just started. It's lap 2 of 55, so you haven't missed anything at all since. We'll have another restart or another start procedure. But, yeah, that's what's happened down there out on the circuit, and we are about, hopefully, to have access to the Discord as we see Jimmy Johnson has now refired the car. And we're about to have access then towards getting you the driver tracker that not only you want, but I want as well. up here in the comms box. It's coming now because I want the driver track, otherwise it's very difficult working without one up here. You just got to be so careful. That's what you do, because otherwise it gets so confusing up here in the comms box. As Jimmy Johnson going smoothly now at the back of the track. Let's listen.
4 cautions here at Road America. Sadly, we didn't get a full lap done until the first one flew here. Back
in a moment on NBC for staying with us here on the YouTube channel, and if you're around as well on the wonderful YouTube channel Grid Networks as well, and USRN is listening in, I believe, as well. Not entirely sure on that one, but still, if you are listening in, keep your access high as they're coming through now. Just getting ready. Tom Gaymore is standing by Sky HQ though. Tom?
So often the way for racing drivers, you go for a gap and then when you arrive it disappears, and that was the issue there with Jimmy Johnson. Just got caught out, maybe just needed to check up a bit. He was never going around the outside down into what is known as turn 3. I'm not quite sure why it's effectively turn 2, but you know how track maps are numbered these days. On board with Pato O'Ward, what an amazing amount of contact he managed to survive with down into turn 1. Ericsson not buoyed at all by the amount of contact, managed to keep it on the island around the outside, and Pato O'Ward now the lead car on the blacks because he lost a place to Romain Grosjean, who is of course on the softer red sideboard alternate tyre. So Grosjean up to 5th, Pato O'Ward down to 6th, but he leads a quartet of cars on the harder tyre. Scott McLaughlin, Simon Pagenaud, Colton Herter in that. Felix Rosenqvist has lost out. He's gone from 7th down to 10th. Scott Dixon as well's dropped a position, and that is going to make their life slightly harder. Scott Dixon still not getting the most out of that Chip Ganassi machine in qualifying. That has been very much the story of his season so far. And if you look at Alex Palou and Marcus Ericsson up in 3rd and 4th, it's purely down to their qualifying pace. They're starting further up the field, and that is always going to help them. Right, lap 3 of 55. Expect about 16 laps of fuel to be used on the opening stints for those on blacks. The reds, well, they need to get to about 11 or 12 before those tyres drop off to make it a comfortable 3-stopper.
NBC's coverage of IndyCar is brought to you by Hy-Vee. Throughout the race season, HyVeeDeals.com provides a chance to win $25,000. HyVeeDeals.com, proud sponsor of the number 45 of Jack Harvey. And by Sonsio, the official partner of the NTT IndyCar Series race here at Road America. And there is the driver of the Sonsio Chevy. That's Scott.
And there's Scott McLaughlin watching on further back as we've got our driver tracker back operational once again. Let's try this again then. Lap 3, starting lap 4, green flag, away we go again. And it's a good restart this time by Alexander Rossi. We're straight up there down towards turn 1. Got the big advantage over Joseph Newgarden as well. Alex Palou behind him as well with Marcus Ericsson. And Joseph Newgarden staying in 2nd position. He's thinking about that move earlier on, wasn't he? He wasn't going to be dafted this time as well. He knew what he wanted. He went to go get it. And up the inside there as well, Simon Pagenaud passing Rosenqvist. Herter passing Rosenqvist. Pagenaud down to 9th. Rosenqvist staying in 10th position as things currently stand. So interesting start and a clean start for everyone so far. Pit road.
Black tires on the car. He was going by 3 wide. The Aero McLaren cars. Scott Dixon on the inside of Felix Rosenqvist there.
That's down in pit road as well to hear things. Oh no, the number 10's off. I don't believe it. Alex Palou, the championship leader in the America Legion car, is off and is beached in a gravel trap. Oh, there's another one off there. And that is the 21 of Venus VK. Caution out again. And Synthol, I am so sorry. That is unbelievable. So, VK going through the gravel, that's two bad problems for him already, and it's not even lap 4 yet. What did I miss? Who crashed? Okay, so VK's just gone off, and Synthos said, no, VK, that'll be another caution. Let's take another look then. I'll get round to you in a second, guys, in the YouTube chat. So Ericsson dives up the inside and forces Palou off the track with some contact. Second rubbing is racing from Ericsson today. Force him off down at the Corvette Bridge section of the track. Here's Roman Grosjean on board. Grosjean on the inside, and bang. So Ericsson on the inside. Do you know, I think Ericsson hit him on the inside as he came through. That was funny. Who crashed? To start with, Jimmy Johnson hit Tatiana Caldron. Both okay. Johnson needed to re-fired. You can put F1 races on there without commentary, which would you could put up on the background of the stream if possible. That would be another caution. Yeah, I can't. I've tried. But we've got the driver tracker now, and that actually lets me fix the driver tracker problems that we've been having down there as well, because driver tracker still isn't exactly perfect just yet. It's too heavy on one side as well as they come through. I'm anything but a perfectionist. I do like everything to be a bit symmetry. It's a bit of an OCD thing, I suppose, as they come through. Watch this, ready? Wow, doesn't that look better already as they come through? So on battle screen as well, a lot of action, a lot of pressure as this race continues behind the caution. And let's go down to pit road. No pit road. I'm assuming it was Jimmy Johnson. Bro, Jimmy Johnson is legit here just for money reasons. He's been awful at every track. That's not an oval. Well, he's only raced it. He raced it at an oval, yeah, but he's an oval specialist. He was the same in NASCAR, you could say as well. Adam Lemris as well, who was with me last night in the World Endurance race as well. He confirms as well that every single racetrack that Jimmy Johnson was at, he only ever won a handful of road courses, but he was dominant on the ovals. It's a driver specific thing that he's better at. Trying to think of the word. He's better at road courses. He's better at ovals than he is on road courses. That's what I'm trying to find. As they come through, also I'm having to do this commentary solo at the moment. Megan is sadly not very well at the moment. She's come down with a bit of dizziness, which I don't blame her after today. So I'm solo in the box at the moment and can't get anybody on due to the Discord being used as this. Alex Palou is out of the race with contact. So Alex Palou is our first retirement. Jimmy Johnson's down 27th, but Alex Palou is officially out of the race. So that's even worse news from what we were even expecting earlier on in the broadcast, was for him to literally just get changed around further back into the field. Nobody expected out of the race. So he stalled in the pit lane and got taken out by his teammate Marcus Ericsson. But a definition, I think, of a bad day there as well. We'll come back on Comcam, by the way, when the situation demands it, so I can sit down. I'll do my best standing throughout the race, but I do need to sit down quite a lot. So Comcam will be in operation quite a bit less than normal. Hope you don't mind. Let's have a look. The Little says, Synthel, I don't think so. I'm talking about visual stream. That's what I assumed you meant. Oh, no. Can you be copyrighted for the background F1 sounds? Geez, they're strict. I'll join you if you want. Oh, no, I can't. I can't get anyone on because of the Discord. Can't get anyone on. I can add the F1 noises because I've done that before. I can't add visuals of F1 cars unless they're video games. Although I can if they're... Okay, I'm coming back up to Comcam. Here's the thing. I can use F1 footage if I film it myself. So the stuff I got from 2019 at Barcelona, I can use that whenever I like. You know, when you see the practice intros come on and it's a sweeping graphic, the car sound, I recorded that myself. I've got legal ownership of that, not Formula One, so that's mine. They can't use it either. So things I record myself, I can. Things I record in the F1 paddock myself, I can use. Things I record at home, I can use, like this. But I can't use any of their footage unless I get permission, which I sometimes can and sometimes can't, it's a bit difficult. But it's confusing. It's confusing as madness. Madness is never this good. Now, on F1 TV, you can put the live stream without the commentary, so just the normal sounds, which you can put on the background so we can hear the car sounds. Yeah, I'm looking into that. I know what you mean now. The car sounds in the background. Yes, I know what you mean. I am looking into that. I got what you mean now. The ambient sound of the cars. Yeah, I'm looking into that as well. Like this. In the background. Yeah, I know what you mean now. Yeah, I'm looking into that for F1. Don't worry. We just need to get the stream that's perfectly synced up with it so that when the lights go out, it sounds okay. But yeah, then I can do it. I know what you mean. Sounds that they don't own. So, we're under caution. 50 laps to go. All 5 so far done have been under yellow. We have not managed a single lap. Alexander Rossi, in fact, nobody has used push to pass yet. They're all still on 200, which I find amazing as the situation runs through. No sign of them. Oh, we're going to go green, I believe. Unless, well, the cars are all out of the track. Can't see anybody. Pace car is about to come in, so we'll come back up to the camera when it deems necessary. As we've got some onboard cameras of Alexander Rossi, I believe we can even have a look at later on in the broadcast. Fingers crossed it works as well. Okay, so let's take a look at some numbers from around this circuit and who's actually at the Road America circuit, one of the biggest races on the calendar for IndyCar. It's a 4.014 mile road course. It's 14 turns, 55 laps, or 220.55 miles as well. Green flag coming back out though, and that came out quite quickly as well. The pace car's in the pits already here at Road America. Alexander Rossi, for the 3rd time of asking in 6 laps, green flag, and away we go again. And it's a good restart this time by Joseph Newgarden. It's in P2, trying to have the slipstream down towards turn 1. Rossi's not going to stand a chance. Newgarden's on the push to pass, looks to the outside lines, turn 1, can't find a way through, decides against it. Up the inside, Colton Herta making a move on the inside of Scott McLaughlin as well. Maybe this time Megan's not here, McLaughlin can get through. Herta has locked off that position. McLaughlin's down to 5th. Great move on the inside from Devlin DiFrancesco. That's more like the driver we like to see. Instead of diving on the inside and causing contact at Texas, that was a very methodical move from Devlin. He passes Helio Castroneves as now Rossi has to go on the defensive. Ericsson's closing in as well. At the inside against, that's Dixon versus Pagano. Pagano to 9th. Dixon down. No, Pagano to 8th. Dixon down to 9th as things currently stand. What a great restart that was as he came through at the top of the hill. Side by side, a little bit of contact there. Jack Harvey makes his way through on the inside of Castroneves. Castroneves being spat out everywhere so far today. Contact with everybody as things currently stand. As they swing back down the hill. Takes it to the inside, pit lane.
Harder compound, a little slower, a little more durable. Colton Herta hanging it wide there.
Yeah, but Colton Herta is coming forward. He knows that he has a fast race car, and if he can get forward early, Marty, he's going to have a shot at the end of this thing.
So keeping it through.
11th and is 6th right now for Colton Herta in that black and yellow car flashing through the screen right there. They had a grid penalty today, and you started to mention it, Townsend. Because of the wreck at Indianapolis, they took a grid penalty, putting an engine in that was unexpected. They'll have another one later in the year as well, but Herta's showing how quick that car is from 11th to 6th.
Indeed he is as well, and if you take a look at Alexander Rossi's history here at the circuit, it's quite interesting to look as well. Alexander Rossi, 2021 started 9th, finished 7th. 2020 race 2 started 10th, finished 3rd. Race 1 started 11th, finished 19th. Bit of a backwards thing, but he won here in 2019, Alexander Rossi. Started 2nd, finished 1st, back in 2019 as well. As we ride on board with Colton Herta. This is the ambient noise you're on about, isn't it? Side by side, down, braking down, 3rd gear corner, slings it on the inside, drops down to 2nd, back up the speed as well. And that's what you mean, I take it, Sintel, about the ambient sound in the background, what's going on right now as well. As through on the inside line. See, it's difficult. Sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't. It all depends on manipulating the voice levels. Oh, contact as well! Power gets sent into the wall by Devlin DiFrancesco, and another caution will come out. And just as I was praising Devlin DiFrancesco, he goes and runs into the back of Will Power down at the bridge, the Corvette bridge, turn 5. Power's got a broken front wing, no damage to the suspension, he will continue, but what was that from Devlin? One great move, another bad move, and Power's stuck up the hill. I think Power's out. Full course caution.
This is the same corner where he got Castroneves the lap before, and
he hit Power.
Is defending.
Once already.
Pushes DiFrancesco a little bit wide, but kept him on the racetrack, and then DiFrancesco comes and tries to do the fake right, shoot left.
I just ran into the back of him.
Again, and just really gets it wrong down there.
Yeah, it's I wonder if there's damage to the front wing of the 29. It was a pretty good
suspension
hit there.
Too, yeah, on the 12. I would say suspension on the 12 of Power, really. Let's take a look on board with Power. Watch this. If you're watching with us.
You can see it's already...
Just got such a whack on the back as well. Not great news. as they come through. Caution out again. And by the way, I've just been electrocuted by something on the thing. Radio.
And Will Power, 2 front runners in the championship, already having problems. Palou out of the race, and Will Power just manages to keep himself from going a lap down. But we'll have to come into the pits and get a new nose.
Well, got to be careful here that he doesn't over-hustle the car.
Pit lane coming in then, as we've opened up instant between.
He's more trim than you are. Yeah, I know.
Instant between the 29 and the 12 is under review.
Come into the window yet, given how this race started, so just stick with it and keep working on it.
Let's hear from Palou.
I just think he was trying to win the race on lap, and yeah, just the car broke. That's it, game over.
Were you surprised how small a hit that was, that it broke the left front suspension?
No, I was surprised that my teammate hit me, not that the car broke. I think the car, it's a single-seater, right? So if you have a hard hit like that, it just broke. So it was just bad luck, but yeah, we can play this game as well, so we'll see.
Oh, dear.
Right, very frustrating, you can hear, especially because the teammate was the one who took him out today, guys. And you mentioned it, in the championship hunt.
Oh, boy, game on.
Game on in the championship. Now we've got some team radio. Yeah. We got some team. Oh, I'll just press the wrong button. So we've got some team radio. Yeah, so this is going to be the team radio. This is random team radio that'll play throughout the race. We've selected cars 2 to 18. So that's Joseph Newgarden, McLaughlin, Dellett, Dr. Kellett, Pato Award, Helen Cashnevez, Phoenix Rosenquist, Marcus Erickson, Scott Dixon, Alex Palou, Tatiana Caldron, Will Power, Carl Coker, Graham Rahal, Serena Sylvester, and David McCaucus. Pit road.
The suspension, looking over the rear of the car to see if they notice any other damage. They've not made a Firestone tire change this time, so I could see them doing the wing change, maybe going back out, coming back in, and potentially changing tires if they want, or they may just stay on these primaries, because I know the plan was they wanted to run long, starting on primaries, and maybe do an overcut, meaning pick up some time after those on the softer reds pit early.
Seems that way, doesn't it? As they come through, caution still out then. Will Power gets going once again.
Stay out.
So, penalty.
Going into 20 and
What?
12. Right.
Oh.
Come around and we'll pit this time.
Will Power has been given a penalty to the back of the field for emergency service in closed pit lane. So,
the track position, we're thinking we're going to take it.
So, Power's...
Repeat again. Go to wheel 8.
So Power's been taking a penalty.
We're
As
staying out. We just want to save fuel here.
well, Rosenquist coming in. Pit road.
Pit lane speed limiter, 90 miles an hour from that bridge to right here where it goes down to 45. And Dave Burns is down there to receive the 7 car.
Well, you guys know, as we talked about how the strategies would go here, when the first pit stops would be made to get the alternate red tires off. As you can see, Graham Rahal pitting in front of Rosenquist as well. This is a bit early. Drivers, talk me through what Felix would... Well, let's go to Marty first down in pit lane.
And Dave, you're talking about that strategy, lap 9. You would have to save a decent amount from here as they're working lap 10. But this race couldn't have played out any better for Alexander Rossi, Townsend, because they have struggled all weekend long. These alternate tires that they started the race on, and they knew Joseph Newgarden had a massive advantage. You see Newgarden get these terrific restarts and almost catch Rossi, right? But these cautions certainly helping them out. I think it could extend this first window for the leaders, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see Alexander Rossi stick with their strategy, maybe run a couple more laps here and then come to pit road and get these alternate tires off.
Only thing is, if there's a caution...
So we've opened up now specifically that radio of Joseph Newgarden running second on the restart. That's who we want to be listening to as well as we open up back to the driver tracker. Sorry, it keeps flickering between the two. But looking forward to hearing that one as well. And we'll also have points as they run later on. We're coming to the restart then here as well. As, the safety car will be coming in, or the pace car will be coming in shortly as well.
7 car is the only one.
7 cars, the only one, we're being told, as they come through once again on the background. So I am being reliably informed as well. Let's take a look. But I just damaged my stick. But with F2, I can commentate with you. It won't work because when we put the sound effect on, it gets very glitchy. For example, the team radio on. Yeah. VK 20P25.
Time, copy, going green this time.
There we go. That's the confirmation from Newgarden that we're going green this time. Pato P5. Yeah, that's what I mean as well. Caution. As I was saying, I don't often use this phrase, but that was brain dead from Devlin Di Francesco. Third caution, and we haven't even completed 10 laps. Do IndyCar have timed races? It's supposed to do. Can we survive 5 laps? Probably not. IndyCar do have timed races. It's a 2-hour race maximum as well before the time runs out. So that's why we've already elapsed 24 minutes of that race as well. And it's lap 10 of 55, so do the math of how long we got to go. Green flag coming back out then. Green, green, green. You can hear in the background. Away we go for the 4th time of asking. Here we go again. Green flag, and away we go. And it's a good restart this time from Alexander Rossi. Joseph Newgarden's nowhere near it. As they head down towards turn 1, Colton Herder's making the move. Simon Pagino. Pagino, the big one into turn 1, trying to send it up the inside of Scott McLaughlin. Nearly takes off the front wing. McLaughlin holds it round the outside line. Very nicely held. I thought that would have been a bit more contact than it was actually later on down in the race. So hold that one through once again. And that is Newgarden, that is Ericsson, and Ericsson is on the move as Dixon trying to go back round the outside of Pagino, and now Herter trying to go around the outside of, Herter around the outside of O'Ward, can't do it, Pagino slips up the inside, Dixon, contact nearly as Sato and David McCulker's nearly come together down the Corvette Bridge, corner turn 5, wow, slipped up the inside line, that was nearly a big one. Car 29 has been given a penalty for avoidable contact. It's a drive-through. So it's a stop-go penalty. That is Devlin Di Francesco. So Devlin's got it. Let's go through the field.
And hold on for this wild ride.
This is a neck stretcher. It's torturous for the tire. That left front just screaming by the time you get out of it. And then you pull 6th gear right before you get into the kink, flat out through here. Over 150 miles an hour. Just incredible.
News from race control. Rookie Devlin Di Francesco has been penalised for that contact with Will Power.
That's what we were waiting for. It's a stop-go penalty, as we were told. I want to get those up somehow, but there's no way to put it in the stream just yet, so we'll work on that for the future. As the field's still so spread up, but there's Will Power right at the back as pit lane.
More pace than we've seen out of him in qualifying. There was a small issue, a fueling issue with the car that limited him just to 1 red lap as he pulls into the pits to serve that penalty. So started further back than he thought he should have. And
there's Devlin into the pit lane.
Dave Burns, you're down there.
And Hitch, that's exactly what strategist Rob Edwards told me this morning. He said, we'll be on the alternates to start, and the plan is push, push, push. We've got to have him take spots while he can. And, of course, he picked up 6 positions by the time he had that contact with Will Power. Now, they believe there is some damage on the front wing, but they're going to wait until another stop to actually work on that car.
So they're going to wait until another caution or another pit stop, whichever comes first. It might be sooner or later. Dixon now tries the up and under as well down at turn 5. Not going to work against Simon Pagino. Old heads think alike. Not going to work. Going to have to find a new way through, Sonny. And Scott Dixon, a champion multiple times over, 5 times, cannot seem to get stuck through on the outside. As he's really holding back. So, look at that, 44 complete. We've completed 11 laps. It's Alexander Rossi who leads the way. Joseph Newgarden 2nd, Marcus Ericsson 3rd, Romain Grosjean 4th, Pato O'Ward in top 5 as things stand as they fly back through the Canada corner. One of the fastest and scariest crashes on the circuit as well. There was a crash here that caused a red flag and did not restart the Indy lights just before we started here. Delighted to say they have restarted it. They did restart the race and the driver is perfectly okay. YouTube chat then. I'm still not over the fact that Cordial has got a race ban sooner than Raghunathan, lol. Indeed, yeah, that's what I would have thought as well. But yeah, Cordial with a penalty. We'll be doing the Grand Prix review later on. We've got 2 more races of the British Touring Car Championship directly after Road America. And then it's the Grand Prix review. And then it's bedtime. Well, actually, no, then it's dinner time. Then it's bath time. Then it's bedtime. If that makes it's bath. Then as soon as we finish the race, it's dinner time, bath time, bedtime, and don't disturb me for the rest of the week. I'll see you in Canada for Formula One and MotoGP in Germany. And miracles that Alex Palou is getting back in the car, but he is 4 laps down. That's only 4 wave-throughs. It can still be done. By the time he gets back on the track, it'll probably be 5 laps down, so could still work out there. And I know I usually stand on the balls of my feet, but I've been standing for over 24 hours. I think you can let me off here for a little bit while we just chill out together and watch this race. I think everybody watching as well, if you've been watching the Indy fight, the Le Mans 24-hour, this race here, it's a chill-out zone. Everyone just come, watch, comment. We'll go through and have a blast as well. Alexander Rossi is a 1:47.080. He set the fastest lap of the race as things stand. 4 drivers on the red tyres as well in the top 4 as Rossi, Newgarden, and Ericsson Grosjean going through there as well. And this is looking mega from Rossi, looking quite competitive. Yeah, so Palou is getting back in the race. So make that 0 retirements from the opening laps as well. 4 cautions, 0 retirements, 2 penalties given out there on the track. That's interesting to me at least. Commentating on this race. Battle for 4th. Battling between Romain Grosjean and Pato O'Ward disappears because Newgarden's dropped the hammer. He started using push to pass. 176 seconds left compared to Rossi's 117. So he's trying to hunt, 177, trying to hunt him down, trying to find the braking zone, the time zone limit as well. With Santiago Calderon has improved from 23rd to 23rd from 24th. So good mood there. And welcome back to those of you listening on NBC. I think this race is on NBC. Yes, it is as well. It's Toronto. That's exclusively on Peacock. And that's when I'm expecting the viewing figures here to go through the roof like they did when qualifying was exclusively live on Peacock a few weeks ago for the Indy 500. So I'm looking forward to that a lot. To have loads of wonderful people on the stream coming on as well. As we still see the action. If you're just joining us, it's lap 14 of 55. 42 laps to go. Rossi leads the way. 7/10 to Newgarden. They've sort of split away from the front. We've got Newgarden's radio open. Let's head down to pit road.
They've been devastatingly quick on the primary tires. The black sidewalls, the harder compound, a little slower in the race, but they're going to last longer. And over the course of the weekend, Townsend, his pace has been incredible. Joseph Newgarden's had the advantage on red, so I think Alex's thought process here is if I can just get through this first stint on the reds and get onto those primaries, I think I'm going to be okay. If I can keep Joseph behind me, I can lead on the black.
But I think Marty Newgarden's thought process is push now. Try to make the move. This could be the only chance for Newgarden.
The Little Owl one, as I said, correct. You can find the document in the video I just made covering everything in F2 that weekend, because, boy, there was a lot. Oh, could you send me the link? At Joshua Burch 99 on Twitter, DM me, or Instagram me, DM me. Send me that link. I want to read that. Or send the link somewhere. Just get it to me. You know, Joshua Burch 99. You know how to spell it. It's up there. And put 99 at the end, as in number 99. Just send that to me, and I want to look at that. If it's the incident between all the documents that happened in F2 and F3 this weekend, or last weekend as well, with Bola Bassi. There's a fist fight going on as well, down there as well. Let's take a look earlier on. This is the Indy Lights race. I'm going to hand over.
Look at the blue car.
Whoa.
That is driven by Christian Bogle, and that was a frightening moment.
So the Christian Bogle's car came up over the sausage curb, dragged into the catch fencing, and ripped the catch fencing off. He got out perfectly okay, but for that catch fencing to come off so easily, that's a worry, and that's why the start was delayed 15 minutes for IndyCar, I believe, and it took 90 minutes for that to be reconcerned as well. So very good news there as well. Sausage curbs are pure danger. I think look at everyone that's been injured by sausage curb in the past 12 months. There's a lot of them in motorsport. Sausage curbs do not belong in this series at all. And I think we've made our point clear on that as well, as a lot of action still going on now. Rossi and Newgarden hunting each other down, trying to find each other's two different situations, trying to find the power changes overall. And this is it. Newgarden's 4/10 in, and they're both using push to pass. box this lap. So Newgarden comes in pit road with him. Newgarden comes into pit lane. So Andretti and Penske come in together. We thought they might do that. First pit stops are down. Pit this lap.
He's coming too. He's coming too.
Down to pit road.
At Road America, you see Alexander Rossi, Newgarden slowly making their way down pit road. New tires will be everything today because you'll churn out such quicker lap times. Rossi, as we've mentioned, so good on the primaries right here. No adjustments for him. He said the first set was their race. We'll see if that plays out as well. Newgarden at the front of pit road too. Quick stop by the 27 Munchen. It's a race off pit road that Joseph Newgarden
gets it!
And he does. Look at that, Diff.
Newgarden gets ahead of Rossi in the pit lane. Herta gets out ahead of McLaughlin and Nylon too. But that was down to the mechanics to do a really super stop. That was down to the mechanics.
You'll be all clear here. Got him behind you.
Down to the mechanics to do a really super stop, and they did it. The Penske gets out ahead of Alexander Rossi in the Andretti, and it's punch the air moment and kiss 1,000. What a move!
You got some guys that stayed out here.
And now, on the overtake button, is Alexander Rossi. Now on 159 seconds left. Hits a lot of the attack as Newgarden is way ahead. Ericsson leads, Grosjean second as well. Let's head down pit road shortly.
Tires where these two drivers are coming up to speed, so look for Marcus Ericsson to make some gains of that 2.5 second gap that he was behind. Or can he actually cover the whole thing and maybe come out in the lead of the race here?
So let's take a little bit closer look at the data here. Thanks
here
to
is
NTT,
Ericsson.
Just the times on pit road alone on that last stop.
Ericsson pits. Ericsson is into the pit lane. So Marcus Ericsson does decide that this is the lap. Grosjean comes in too. Award comes in. Pagano, Dixon, McCulkus comes in. So Rossi's going to take the lead of the race as everyone dives down pit road.
Out an extra lap, help Marcus Ericsson, Romain Grosjean, or Pato Award. He's on the alternates. They're going to change to the primary. Same with Grosjean coming in that Universe green livery. The Husky Chocolate car is going to get to his stop and install just a little bit early, going to the primaries, and he'll be back out, Marty.
Pato Award comes in from third. So this was the big debate. They were among those that started on primaries. You see them putting on the alternate tires for Pato Award. Just in front of him, Simon Pagano coming down pit road as well. A terrific run for Pagano, who's never had a podium here. And here's the blend, Diff.
Look at that, Ericsson.
And Marcus Ericsson gets out ahead of Alexander Rossi, and Rossi's going side by side. Round the outside, he's taking him. Rossi gets out ahead. He was fighting with the 28 of Romain Grosjean down. The two old Formula 1 drivers of Rossi and Grosjean battling each other. And even throwing Ericsson. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. It's Ericsson from Rossi, from Grosjean. All ex-F1 drivers. And Ericsson has kept the lead of the race.
Newgarden a 2:19 to a 2:16, so that's why that gap is so big between the two, and that's why Marcus Ericsson had the room to slot in between the two. So great move from the 8 crew. Look at
Ericsson just went off. Rossi's going to make...
Ericsson's off! Ericsson's gone wide! And Rossi takes the lead! Rossi takes the lead at Road America! So Ericsson went wide, coming off. You heard Townsend Bell say it, and he did it. Ericsson goes deep. And now it's the lead of the race to Rossi. And I was about to praise the Indy 500 champion for an amazing pit stop strategy. It hasn't worked out that way. Wow.
Had that pace on the primaries in the third segment of qualifying, so there's still a lot of racing to go. I know he's frustrated to have lost the lead in that pit exchange, but now the bit's between his teeth and he can really put the hammer down.
Meanwhile, Takuma Sato getting excellent fuel range. Now Sato's in pit lane. That'll move Kirkwood to the front.
Yes, Sato, Lundgaard, Harvey, and Cash and Evans hit down pit road.
Jack Harvey behind him. They will both get off of the black tires they started on. Lundgaard will go
twist
to the alternate tires. Harvey will stay on the primaries.
Even before Takuma Sato cycled to the front, he had picked up a lot of spots, so he's a little bit of a player to get the mid-pack or so. Took a little extra second or so on the fuel, but Sato was back out.
May have noticed
Long twist for Christian Lundgaard on the front. About 4 changes of front wing. Yeah, 4 changes of front wing there for Lundgaard as well. So he was not happy with the front left wings.
They're ahead of us right now. They're leading, trying to do it in the same number of stops as us, so they probably won't move over.
that radio. Here comes Colton Herter. Herter pulls to the outside line on Roman Grosjean. Down to turn 5. Herter turns in. Grosjean makes contact. Wheel-to-wheel contact. Herter goes a little bit wide. And Grosjean going on the aggressive. Herter going on the aggressive defensive act. It's a fantastic situation between them. Now, Kirkwood leads the race, but it is belonging to, looking at this screen, Rossi leads. Ericsson is in second position. Herter now to third. Grosjean now to fourth. That is how things stand at the current moment. And yes, I've got an umbrella pointy stick. Radio, this is Ericsson going off.
Devlin Di Francesco has gone from bad to worse. He's got another penalty. That's Ericsson going off. And that's what gave clear passage to Alexander Rossi. So again, Di Francesco, pit lane speed violation. So that's two penalties in this race on a day that did start quite promising.
It really did. Di Francesco was looking fast. He was aggressive, got a little too aggressive there with Will Power. As Ericsson now settles in, as tire temp has been established in his car, but now he's got Colton Herta to deal with.
How about that? Colton Herta effectively racing for third on the track, or at least on the strategy, with Marcus Ericsson in front of him. What is it about this guy? But when his qualifying goes poorly, he just cuts his way through the field. His last 2 victories came from 14th on the grid. He had to start because of that engine penalty 11 today after qualifying 5th, but he...
Right now we need like a fuel 20, 22.
This track just suits his driving style. As we see him overtake, him being Colton Herta in the yellow and black Gamebridge Honda, around the outside of turn 5. You think this place just suits his style?
Well, I mean, a lot of tracks suit Colton Herta's style. Super fast hands, very aggressive. Colton is so good at balancing the car at the very limit of the tire at all phases of the corner. Brake zones, you see Colton with Ericsson going out in the live shot there, lower right-hand corner.
Yes, we're watching the replay of the pass.
What's going on here, James? He's got Tatiana Calderon now holding up the field a bit. That's stacking everybody up. Rossi trying to get by. He was successful, and now...
Yeah, Rossi then through. Now here comes Colton Herta as well. Herta trying to make a position through. He's stuck on the inside line. What an amazing race it's turning out to be. Look at the push to pass. Changing through.
As you can imagine, Joseph Newgarden, they're telling him to put the whip to that Chevy horse. He has used 75 seconds of push to pass since that last pit stop, trying to gap himself from Alexander Rossi. But he's working his way through all this traffic, Dave. All those who pitted on lap 9, he knows he's way quicker than them, much fresher tires, but he's got to make his way through that traffic to get the lead.
Oh, sorry, cut off Dave there.
Lap 9, as you mentioned, he's got to save a little bit now to make his stops count later on for brand new primary tires. He's got a couple of sets left. He can put those on for the rest of the day as he goes through the day here. Remember, he's on a great run at Indianapolis Road Course. He finished 6th. At the 500, he finished 4th. And last week at Detroit, picked up 16 positions. This driver is confident at a time when he seriously needs it.
3 abreast further back as well as Herta's going side by side. Ericsson's diving up the inside of Simona Di Silvestro. Meantime, further back, Grosjean's taking an award on Calderon down to that first corner. The field is a mess right now. Drivers who have yet to stop and who have stopped, folding in over each other as well. Top 5, midway through the first pit stops, Rosenquist, Rahal, VK, Newgarden, and Kellett. Very much a mess of things at the moment then, if you're joining us from NBC and watching the watch-along as well.
Ericsson has 150, Herta has 90.
Okay, so that's the live audio coming from Joseph Newgarden as well. Back there on the tracker, as we just make sure everything's still working out there as well. Rosenquist looking strong. And I'm trying to find out, actually, if I press Rosenquist's camera button, does that show his camera? Apparently not. It used to. Oh, hang on, there we go. If I press that camera, oh, there we go. That's the onboard camera angle. Right now, Felix Rosenquist, he's leading this race as things currently stand as well, after a very interesting opening run. And he, I think, has yet to stop in this race. Yeah, Rosenquist has stopped once. So whether or not that is the net lead or he's pitted beforehand, I'm not too sure. Graham Rahal is the driver in second position now, if we do our own through the field. So where is it? Come on, work, please. No, with video buffering, so it doesn't want to work. There we go. So Graham Rahal, He is in second position as things stand as well. But look at this from Alexander Rossi. Rossi's having a brilliant battle at the moment down the start straight away, pulling to the inside line. This is now further back actually. But Rossi is passing Kellett. Yeah, so Rossi passing the move. This is it. Watch on board. This is the move that just happened on my TV screen. Rossi pulls to the inside line on Dalton Kellett down towards turn 1. Late as you can have it. And a sweet move up the inside line. Clean battle, clean manoeuvre, and a perfect little situation out there on the circuit. And who said we couldn't use the driver trackers, eh? That's a brilliant little
3
use.
seconds a lap quicker than them. They'll be pitting in about 3 laps. I'd say 2 or 3 laps.
And Herta diving up the... Do we have a camera for Herta? Yes, we do, in this race as well. Herta's in a lovely little battle at the moment. Herta is side by side. Let's open up the battle, because look at this. Colton Herta, he is in between at the moment. He's going on the inside. Herta's going for a move late on the brakes to get through on Dalton Kellett. Nice move there. Kellett's dropping back. Herta's making some great moves in this one. And poor old Dalton Kellett getting passed there by Grosjean as well. So some amazing little runs going on through here in the battle as we can finally use these cameras out there on the app as well. Fantastic little battles, great little onboards, and I'm loving the look of these as well as they come through. Let's go through the field.
Lap 15, they're now catching this that had come in on the lap 9 caution, and so they're saving a lot of fuel, those lap 9 pit cars, where these other cars are trying to get through them, get their track position, use their fresher tires, full fuel mixture. You see Colton Herta trying to navigate the traffic in front of him. Marcus Ericsson's already clear. I believe that's Rinus VK that's splitting them at the moment.
It is VK, and VK pitted on lap 9, so he has to save mad fuel to get to the end on 2 more stops. Here comes Herta with a big run up the front straight.
Now, Colton Herta, unlike most of the drivers he's racing against on his strategy, he is on those softer alternate tires right now, and even though he's got to make these positions up, he's got to make some headway here, he's got to take care of those tires as well, Townsend. He's have to last a full stint, and he is working them very hard at the moment. He's got to make sure that he doesn't start bleeding time at the end of this stint and become vulnerable to guys like Romain Grosjean and Pat Award behind him.
Another guy that has to take care of his tires and race cars, Simon Pagenaud, who gets off on the fastest corner at this racetrack, frankly, the fastest corner in the United States, the kink at Road America. Watch this. It doesn't get any closer to a complete write-off than that. That was unbelievable.
That was back in the other days as well. Now, we've created this little camera for next time we're on Battle Cam, so you should be enjoying that one shortly. So we'll go back up to this one. So hopefully that camera we just showed you, we'll be able to show it in full soon as well when we go on to the next ad break. We're going to flick around as we ride on board now with Alexander Rossi, still having the battle. How did he keep that out of the wall? No idea. Just a nice, clean manoeuvre. It seems to be happening at the moment out there on the circuit. And everyone liking the cameras that we got this weekend? There's an experimental where they put them on nearly 12 of the cars. So we've got loads of angles we can show because it's on the app. And if it's on the app, we can see it as they see through as well. We've also got the radio. Loving this. They fly through here. Further up, just down to the pits. As Rosenquist
So checking
leads.
in on the leader, you guys were talking about how we have to be on fuel mileage. As you see the pass now, Newgarden getting around Rahal, who's on the same strategy as leader Rosenquist. Here's what they're saying on their radio.
You are the leader here, man. Nice job. 115 air dash. That's your number. Live and die by that. Okay.
Oh.
So the game they're playing, right, guys, they have to get to lap 25. That's a 16-lap stint here, but some of that was under caution. So that's where the lap 9 pitters have to get to in order to make then 15-lap stints to get to the end. How heavy fuel saving is that? How racy can they be on those 15-lap stints?
Crazy heavy fuel save.
Yeah, did you hear the lift as well? Coming into the corner, Rosenquist was lifting off the throttle, and ever so gently, listen, lifts off.
Newgarden is going to
Gently down on the throttle. Can we get on the onboard? We'll try it later. See, before he fuels in. So he's got to try and get to lap 25 before he goes through. Fuel line number not obviously good enough, so he's got to try and keep the advantage. As he come into Canada corner, Newgarden's down to second position at the moment, pit lane.
115 seconds of pushing push to pass coming up through the field, and they told him a moment ago, hey, back it down a little bit. Rosenquist is going to have to A, save fuel, but B, pit earlier than we are. So they told him to save on the push to pass. He only has 85 seconds left, so hence the right move for Newgarden to use that coming up through the field, because he had to pass like 11 cars to even get to second right here.
That's what you got to do. You need that track position he couldn't have. He couldn't afford Alexander Rossi catching up to his gearbox, and right now the gap between them, as you can see, is quite big on track. So
this is looking quite good, in my opinion. If he might just get this to lap 25, what do you lot watching think? Do you think he'll get it to lap 25? It's a possibility out there as well on the deck as they hunt it down very, very hard as the braking zone.
He'll pit a few laps before you do.
So Newgarden being told that Rosenquist will pit a few laps before you, and that we know for sure because Rosenquist on a different strategy. They're trying to get to lap 25. Newgarden's lap is fueled a few laps later in this race as well, so he's going to still be out there. Here we come from Alexander Rossi's point of view as well. He's down in 4th position, desperately trying to find hard as well on the upstream of the power.
Probably pitting. I would say the 7 will probably pit this lap.
So this is lap 24 with 30 to go. That means it's going to be a 16 lap stint each. Oof, could do it. Top 5, Rossi. Sorry, top 5. Rosenquist, Newgarden, Rahal, Rossi, and Ericsson. Right, party time. Let's take a look. I want this onboard camera working, and I want to see this new camera. Screen track cams. Let's take a look on board. Now this is with Felix Rosenquist. Is he going to come into the pit lane in the next few laps? That's the key thing. Does he come in? He hasn't come in just yet. This is in the back half of the track coming into Canada corner. So we'll keep an eye on that and see if he does so. If he does, we'll flip back to the camera as well. Upright Fossil, hello, as he comes through. Still no sign of him in the pit wall at the moment as we return to the tracker. And now Venus VK is in between them as well. VK's in between. This is battle for 11th. VK, Ilott and Lundgaard. Ilott's trying to go around the outside line. Becomes the inside down to turn 7. That's a very leave on the brake manoeuvre into Canada corner. Gets a big twitch over there as well. Is Rosenquist going through? No, Rosenquist has done another lap time. As things stand, so he's gone through again.
1 or 2 more laps there. 1 or 2 more.
1 or 2 more laps we're hearing, but we heard that a lap ago. It's not going in the pit lane just yet. It's Felix Rosenquist. Simona Di Silvestro and Tatiana Calderon pit. Now, do we have anything on Simona Di Silvestro? No, and no on Tatiana Calderon. Oh, we do on Will Powers. We could have seen him spin if we wanted to. There's too many cameras in that little angle. There'll be a little battle that's happening out there on the circuit. At the inside, 18, making a move there of David McCulkus. And now Newgarden is right on the back of Rosenquist. When is he going to come in the pits? Rosenquist is saving fuel like absolute madness. Can't expect to see that he is going to stay through, surely. Derek Di Francesco's improved up the order as well. But I just expect this to, I expect it to happen. I do. I expect this to change over. Look, this is the rear view camera. There is Joseph Newgarden into the carousel. He is right alongside him. Can't find a way through, needs to find a way through, desperately wants to find a way through as they approach up towards Canada corner as well. This is desperate for Newgarden now. It's absolutely desperate. Watch Canada corner. Newgarden backs off, and then he comes forward again. Starts the battle, starts the finding the situation between them. And he's coming in the pit lane. Rosenquist pits. Oh, let's see a pit stop, shall we? And then we won't use his cameras much. That's it, coming in. Rosenquist dives into the pit lane. And let's see if we can see it on the camera. I'm having to look down here to see it. Pit lane.
Calderon leaves in the rocket car. He brings the McLaren to a stop.
Yeah, here we go then. So Felix Rosenquist comes into the pit lane for his second stop of the day. We'll just quickly look at this and then we'll dive away because this is what I wanted to see, an onboard pit stop in IndyCar. Right, slam on the brakes, hard now. So, change over the front wing, loads of fuel going in, all 4 tires. Black primaries going on as well. Long fuel hose as well. Watch as it pulls out, there'll be a little trickle. There'll be some water sprayed and away. Good stop there from Rosenquist. Very, very, very good stop. Like that a lot out there on the circuit, but Joseph Newgarden takes the lead of the race. Well, I've been waiting to do that for absolutely ages, and I'm so glad I could. An actual pit stop, being able to show you as well and how it all works out there. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. Thumbs up. Thank you very much. As Newgarden now leads by 6 seconds to Rossi. 30 laps to go. Lap 26 of 55. Might actually get... Hang on a minute. We might actually get this done by 7:30. Ah, very good. Go to,
Take that $1 million. He's led more laps here than everyone else in the field combined, Marty. He certainly knows his way around Road America.
And remember the People Ready Force for Good challenge. That's $500K to Joseph and his team and $500K to the charity. So you think the crew guys kind of want that money? Of course they do, and he would, of course, share it with the entire organization at Team Penske. And also think about the near misses that he has had. Not only here at Road America, as you mentioned, she's led more than double the amount of laps of anybody else in the entire field, and just one win to show for it. But also Detroit last week felt like he had the car to win the race, was on the pole, strategies didn't work out, so Newgarden feels like he's missed out enough on victory lane this year, wants to get back there today here at Road America.
Copy that.
Copy that as well. That was the message from Newgarden, desperately trying to find the pace, find the accelerator times as well. Is the YouTube stream delayed, or are we still live? What's going on there? It keeps freezing every couple of seconds, like there's an encoder problem. So, what lap are we on? 26. Now on 27, 29 to go. In total, so we're approaching half distance, which will be lap 28 of 55. And a lot of action now. Oh, pit lane again.
Joined us late about a couple of the championship leaders in early contact. There's Marcus Ericsson running third right now. He had some contact, making a move, passing his teammate Alex Palou. We heard Palou is, by the way, back on track, 10 laps down now. Palou was not happy at all. Ericsson said, "Was that Alex? I was clearly on the inside there. I'm sorry about that, but I had the corner." And Ericsson still in position to be able to get a podium or better in this race. The championship leader coming in, Will Power. He's running back in 20th position because he had contact early in the race. Devlin DeFrancesco served a penalty for that, and on the radio, Power said, "Wait till I see him. DeFrancesco, man, wait till I see him." So maybe fireworks. We'll see if the new calm Will Power is still in the same presence as he tries to make his way and salvage some points.
I would not want to be in the way there. I would jump back up. I have you on YouTube, sir. It says 29 laps remaining. Yep. Good to me. Fantastic. Thank you, Outright Fossil. Perfectly okay. Brilliant. Just want to double check that we're live and not delayed or anything. Saying that, I was messing around with my lead here, and I've gone a little bit quiet in my earphones. So they made me not mess around with the lead. That's done a lot of work in the past 24 hours as well. This is Will Power. As if you're watching with us now as well, desperately having... Actually, you can as well while we're on board with him, because we can press this button here. This is Will Power then, who is on board, desperately wanting to have more power. He had a problem, and he's coming to the pit lane actually in a second, so you'll see it on the monitor. And let's go down pit road.
Focus on scoring points there. DeFrancesco has already, I think, has already come to pit lane, I believe.
So Devlin DeFrancesco coming in, but this is the pit stop now for Will Power. So and into the pit lane also is Simon Pagenaud. McCulker's in there too. Let's take a look at Power then on his lap time as we come through. Come on, let's switch the cameras. Here we go. Listen to this.
2, 1. On your marks. Watch Trev. Watch Trev. Watch Trev. Watch Trev. Watch Trev. Go, 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 go. Clear out. Overtake. Sticker blacks on your outlap here. If you need to adjust. Couple cars coming on the front straight. You're going to have the 16 car blending with you. We're coming by you now.
Oh, that was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. Just being able to experience the pit lane as well for Will Power coming in, doing the stop as well, getting the spotter in the ear. Oh, that was fantastic. Joseph Newgarden is coming in as well. So the race leader, the race leader loses out. Pit road is going to be a busy, busy place. Herta's coming in as well. Scott McLaughlin, Scott Dixon coming in as well. So the entire field is going to start playing in the paddock as well. Who's going to be out next? Let's go down. Traffic for the next 4 to 5 laps. Just what we like to hear.
Wing adjustment, he said, just a little bit. Those sticker primary tires going on for Joseph Newgarden, pitted with a 5.4 second lead. Colton Herta hits his pit stall. He came in running in the top 5. We'll see where this all cycles out. We expect Rossi to come on the next lap.
It's a half a turn out on Joseph Newgarden's car as Pato Award is down, waiting on fuel.
Lot of fuel. Lot of fuel as Newgarden gets clear. Herta jumps through.
After the pink one, then you got the 14.
Herta jumped through. Herta jumped through that little pack battle there. Whoops, as I nearly thought I just tripped over someone in the back of the box, but it turned out to be a cheer. So this is Christian Lundgaard, who, do you remember me telling you he had a load of turns to the front wing a couple of laps ago? He's jumped up into 4th place, 17 seconds off the pace. The rookie this season looking incredibly strong. Synthol says as well, Wolf concerned Hamilton's back pain could see him miss Canadian Grand Prix. De Vries or Van Dorn, that's the case. At Synthol, I think that back issue will turn out to be the same as the tyres are done issue. I hope so for Lewis. I do too. He's a good racer. Let's listen.
Pace is good. He is on the alternate tires right now.
This
and
is
he said the
Lundgaard.
car is amazing. The crew came back and said, you're amazing right now. So as you mentioned, he went one extra lap
Rossi
on,
pits.
on
Ericsson
his
pits.
run, so getting good fuel mileage and running fast. As more cars head to pit road, Kevin.
Yeah,
The
Rossi's
two
down
leaders
there.
are coming. Here's Alexander Rossi and Marcus Ericsson running second, about 2.5 seconds behind, trailing behind him. Ericsson will get to his box first. Brad Goldberg, his engineer, is doing double duty today. He's also the strategist along with the engineer. The car is good. They're still in the mix. Marty.
Pit road much cleaner for Alexander Rossi. This time he has a clean entry and a clean exit. This time, no Scott McLaughlin right in front of him. This is the 4th different iteration of pit crew for Alexander Rossi. He needed a good stop from them. They delivered this time. Now let's see if he cut into Newgarden's lead at all.
There's Newgarden, the blue and
Yeah, there's Joseph Newgarden gets out ahead, and so does the 14 as Carl Kirkwood. So they've gone through in 5th and 6th. Carl Kirkwood actually be something of a good strategy here. And this is important as Rossi's going to get past us right the inside. Rosenquist tries to force his way through in turn 3. Rossi's holding him, giving him enough racing room, but it's wheel-to-wheel stuff. As, yes, Rossi stays out ahead. Rossi stays out ahead then, and we thought he would do, and he has done. Keeps up the inside line, but Rosenquist is on much hotter tyres. No tyre heaters in Indy cars, so you've got to heat the temperature up yourself. That's what Rossi's got to do on this outlap, and as it stands, bang on, perfect timing for Rosenquist. This is going to be an amazing run. It's lap 30 of 55 of the Road America Grand Prix, the Sonsio Grand Prix of Road America. Grosjean leads, Lundgaard is second, followed by Lundgaard is second, Sato third, Kashner is fourth, Newgarden is fifth. I talk about Maryisms. I'm making several of them as well. I'm just screwing it up, but it's a lot more fun. Explain, as I said, it's more of a chill evening, this one, after the IndyCar race. Don't miss the finish, is what I'm being told. As we're past the half-distance way, an amazing run down into the back half of the circuit. Who's this down the pit lane? Christian Lundgaard.
Wheel 2 or 4 while
It's
we're
Romain Grosjean.
2 or 4 while we're there.
Romain Grosjean's down the pit lane. So Romain Grosjean is taking the pit lane as well. Let's see on board in the pit stop. Seems to be a little bit slow, but let's see for ourselves on the TV as well. It's a long old run down the pit lane, isn't it, for Grosjean? Here we go. Into the box. All 4 stop now, right at the marks. A lot of fuel going in. This is a long stint, 25 laps. Got to max it out. They've been doing 16 so far. Oh, they were revving it for a while. The wheels took a lot longer to get onto the rear tyres as well, but it was an okay stop. It's not going to help him, though, get out ahead. And where does he drop behind? Grosjean drops to 10th position. Lundgaard takes the lead of the race here as things stand. And Sato and Kashneves 12th. So, well, actually, further down, Sato 15th as Herta breezes past the 15 of Graham Rahal down at turn 5 at the Corvette Bridge like he wasn't even there. Turn 5, a very popular overtaking position, and you can tell now as well how popular it truly is turning out to be. This is a fantastic race battle we are seeing here today as McLaughlin on board now. He's down in 10th. As side-by-sides, Sato up the inside and just about holds the position. I apologise, I can't identify the car immediately. It's Sato with the 18 of David McCulkus. I knew I'd get there eventually. It's just like the timing screens are in the wrong order at the moment, so you've got to rely on purely knowing which is which. And McCulkus' car has changed this weekend livery as it comes back through. Round the long loop carousel section of the circuit. Lundgaard, I keep doing that, don't I? Lundgaard comes into the pit lane. Now off go sticker reds. Black primaries go on. Lot of fuel. Again, 4 twists of front wing on both wings. In this time in the opposite direction.
These guys are going a lap longer, gaining about a second or two on us.
That's
We're fine right now.
That's Newgarden's radio you're listening to. Who's the leader of the race now? Still Christian Lundgaard. Does he get out ahead of Newgarden? No. So Lundgaard has dropped out to Newgarden. Newgarden surely leads this race. Timing screens have yet to correct.
Don't waste any time with the 11. They know you're there. Don't waste any time with the 11, then we'll talk about it.
That's Tatiana Calderon. Don't waste time with the 11.
Feel free there to catch.
That's a bit harsh. Where is Tatiana? Lap down. Is she right to the back? Yes, she is. Johnson and Alex Palou are just crossing the start line now. The 10 and 20, the 10 and 40, and the 10 and 29. The 48 is just there as well. 29. Well, working at the 11.
Wheel 1, say goodbye. Wheel 1.
And yeah, Tatiana Calderon is directly in front of Joseph Newgarden on that driver tracker as well. Right, through the field, I think.
For the number 11 car of Tatiana Calderon to get out of his way. She's already a lap down, and this is a lot of dirty air through this section of the track. Some fast corners, James. It's going to allow Rossi to close the gap a bit here.
Yeah, so Newgarden pulls the outside line to get on the inside now and takes the position away from Tatiana Calderon. 24 laps to go. We're not doing through the field. Okay, I was looking forward to seeing down for a little bit, but never mind. Upright Fossil says, watching NBC, listening to the best, that means a lot, especially after 24 hours, and I don't feel like I'm at my best, so that means a lot here for Road America, one of the great American races, and always a great proper racetrack. Canada Corner is just evocative, as up the inside, David McCulkus makes the move on Dalton Kellett through Canada Corner. As we haven't had a caution since the start. That's good.
25 or better. 25 or better.
Those first one of cautions are okay.
You're about to code 30 to do it in one more stop. These guys are going a lap longer, gaining about a second.
Oh, we just heard that.
We're fine right now.
We heard that radio communication before. And that one, I think. 4.2 is the fuel number between them as well. So, shooting them down between them each other. It's getting good out there.
4.2.
4.2 seconds. That's what we're hearing. I hope you're hearing that as well. I could just do this, actually, and then I know who's hearing it. Actually, I don't, because it should be the other way. As they feed its way through. Newgarden then has a 4.12 second lead over that of Rossi, which I thought was a little bit over the top, but definitely looking good on the long runs here. Now, the field beginning to settle down a little bit, which is great news. Trying to find some radio to play in, but nobody's actually talking, which is annoying. Alexander Rossi, as I said, 4.255 seconds. That's Rosenquist down to third, Ericsson to fourth, her to fifth. Alternate tyres, if we look at the battle camera, does it show us? Yes, it does. So on the alternate camera, we've got Simon Pagenaud. He's 14th. He's on the alternate set of tyres. Jack Harvey on the reds, same as Takuma Sato. They're 16th and 17th. Helio Casneves is in 19th place as well. Carl Kirkwood, 21st overall, and has the position down to pit road.
Difference in performance over the last couple of weeks as a move a little further back in the field there being made. And he said, you know, honestly, it's kind of going back to basics for us. When the aero screen was introduced, we kind of overthought things, to be honest. We went back to our 2019 setups at a test last year at Laguna Seca, and it really unlocked the road course car for us. And honestly, here this weekend, we have the same exact setup that we ran in 2019 when you led all but one lap. So, you know, Hitch, sometimes race teams always want to move forward, right? But sometimes you got to go back to what you know, go back to what made you successful. That's what's worked for Alexander Rossi and his team this weekend.
Calderon getting passed again by Alexander Rossi. A sweet move on the inside line down towards turn number 5 as well. Kept that advantage. Exactly what they needed to do. They just need to take it calm, the Rossi lot. Newgarden is fueled less than what the Andretti is. They're on the same tyres. It's just about who can make it to the flag first. 22 laps. There is another stop left in this race. So it's not over yet. You don't need to be a hero. You just need to take some time. Let's take a replay as Colton Herta going on the inside at turn 1, getting ahead of Felix Rosenquist with a nice move up the inside line. And late on the brakes as well. Good move against Rosenquist, especially if they end up being teammates if Herta moves to Formula 1, which is possible as well. Well, I've just been told by Lee Diffie, Graham Rahal in 6th position. That's an interesting little stat, but I'm more interested in the fact that Lundgaard's P10 on a new set of tyres, and he's a rookie, and he's looking good, and he's holding off Dixon at 2.4 seconds per lap. How about that? That's an amazing run there.
Wheel 1 here. Let's just go.
Oh.
Make sure we build the gap here.
Newgarden's being told we are 1 here. Let's just go. So Newgarden's been given permission to hit pedal to the metal and burn some gas. Exactly what we needed to see. And now Rossi, in turn, is going to have to turn up his engine and his fueling margin, completely switch over what he was planning in order to even remotely stay in contention with Newgarden. As on the inside, Romain Grosjean getting through on Graham Rahal for 6th position down at turn 5 of the Corvette bridge. Speaking of Corvette, how disappointing was it to have both the 63 and the 64 Corvette retire from the Le Mans category as well? The last time that the Pro category GTEs will be run as well. Next year, it's GT3, Grand Tour 3, instead of GTE, which stands for Grand Tour Endurance. Very disappointing overall, in my opinion. And hopefully it's looking quite good as they swing through. Newgarden top 5 though, with Rossi, Ericsson, Herta, and Rosenquist. Dalton Kellett is down there in the order, and if you're watching us on NBC, welcome. To everyone who's just going through the ad breaks and giving your driver tracker some messages and some tweet decks. It's always nice. As Newgarden leads 3.6 seconds now to Rossi. That gap beginning to close down. Rossi sort of going like that. Come here to me for a nice entertainment. But I wouldn't trust the humble pie just yet. It's a long way overdue. And this is an exciting race here in Road America.
Right at some stage, who's here on an internship. She's actually studying and doing an internship with Beretta Autosport. Chelsea is, and she's got her exams on Monday, so she's working here this weekend, and then she's been bashing the books in the evening, and she's got her exams on Monday, so we wish her luck with those. So back to the race. Can Alexander Rossi do anything about Joseph Newgarden? 3.7 seconds the gap now, and Newgarden really has been in a class of his own.
Well, Tom, I'd have to disagree with you there. Newgarden has been good, but it's all been coming down to strategy. The real star of this race is Ericsson and Rossi. Those two have made their way up the field together. How about that? How about Colton Herta? Started 11th, is now in P4 in this race. 4th overall, looking strong, looking important, and again, looking good. Can he have a fantastic result and get a podium away from Ericsson? The gap between them is 2.395 seconds. Herta could still take it. You're back with us here on NBC. If you're watching along the YouTube with the Sync Along stream, as I know many of you do, As we head back through, we have 20 laps to go here. It's lap 36 of 55. A long, long way of action left. At least another pit stop, or who can risk it on the fumes, as well as we start across the control line, downhill to turn 1 as well. It's looking good, as we're seeing Joseph Newgarden leading away from Alexander Rossi in second, Ericsson third, Herta fourth. It's time for Through the Field.
We'll start with the 4th position in Colton Herta. What an impressive run today. Started 11th up to 4th, as we mentioned. Everyone in the field thinking about fuel, including Brian Herta, Colton's dad. Listen.
Okay, Newgarden's going to be the leader. Okay, fuel 98. Fuel 98 is what we need. Okay, fuel 98, that's important. Yes, I know the fuel number. You told me every lap.
The dad-son relationship, right? So Brian trying to guide Colton to a nice podium finish today. He's got one more spot to gain, Dave.
Not as much angst on the radio about Felix Rosenqvist, because his bet is pretty much made here. He's got to save fuel to make the windows to get to the end. But what a great weekend after a great recovery last week in Detroit. Crashed in practice, penalized in qualifying, gained a whole bunch of positions during the day. This team and driver are confident if they can just get the strategy and maybe the starting spot right, Kevin.
That's Romain Grosjean in a green car, UniFirst right behind him, and he's been gaining. He also came in a couple of laps later than the other leaders. He just got by Graham Rahal, and he's closing on the fuel-saving Felix Rosenqvist. He had to go to a little bit of Alexander Rossi's setup this week, and it's helped, and he's still maybe moving forward, Dave.
Rahal is on the fuel-saving mode as well, and when he was asked this week what's up with RLL, he had to be kind of frank and say, well, we're a little thin on engineering, but what do? You make strategy work, you race your way toward the front, and as Graham Rahal has done over his career, he's making passes and he's making time, Marty, here during the race.
Hey, Dave, when Kyle Moyer sat down with Scott McLaughlin for the normal Tuesday meeting, his first question was, how many laps is the race this weekend? Scott said 55. He said, I want 55 clean laps. That's all I want from you this weekend. No mistakes so far. Very good for Scott McLaughlin, sitting in 8th. They told him right in front of him, Graham Rahal, saving fuel. Do not waste any time. When you get to him, use whatever it takes to get around him. Pat O'Ward hanging in there in the 9th position, started 5th today. And at the beginning of the race, he noticed that his mirrors were not set correctly, so he can't see really any car behind him, Dave. They really suffered when they put on the alternate tires on the last run, trying to make up ground on this run, Dave.
Christian Lundgaard has had such a positive attitude at Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan. When I talked to him yesterday about out-qualifying his veteran teammates, he said, yeah, rule number 1, beat your teammates in practice and in qualifying. Rule number 1.5, don't have any contact with them. But his positive attitude and a great race run today, making good lap time today, Marty.
Dave, a very un-Scott Dixon-like day here at Road America. Started 9th, and he's actually gone backwards. They've struggled with qualifying this year, but Dixon has always gone forward in the race today. Just saying the car has absolutely no grip at the end of the runs. That's where they've been struggling the most, Kevin.
Marty, this is another really solid day for Connor Daly in the Bit Nile cars. We ride on board. Remember, 5th in the GP at Indy, 6th in the Indy 500, solid 12th at Detroit. He's outperforming his teammate right now. He's moved ahead of Rinus VeeKay in the championship, and he's ahead of VeeKay from 18th to 12th in this race, and he's on the same fuel strategy as the leaders. And right behind him is the rookie Callum Ilott with the only single-car team, Hukos Hollinger Racing, back after missing a week in Detroit because of a broken bone in his hand from a nasty crash at Indianapolis. He said today it feels much better than it did on Friday. He also banged his left hand in an off on Friday's practice. He said it scared him a little bit, but just a bruise, and all is okay. This is a really good run, Lee, for Callum Ilott and Hukos Hollinger today.
And Kev, that's a great point. Let's go and show you what happened to the British driver earlier this weekend. And Kevin asked him what.
And this was the accident that we saw through the gravel, locked up and hit the wall on the wet grass, side the wall and bang. And it just damaged the wrist every so often as well. Just a little touch. That's all it took. A tiny little touch and bang, went straight through. You're back with me for the remainder. 17 laps to go. There was Through the Field. I was wondering where it was. Usually at half distance, not this late in the race as well. Maybe it's a new thing for these road courses. Either way, just came up with the new graphic as well with that screen I've been developing with the side-by-side pictures as well. Looks quite cool, actually. We'll go through that later on. It shows the points as they stand as well in a second as well. So fingers crossed it's looking good. Loving the amount we can do with IndyCar nowadays. The same with every series. And Formula 2 and Formula 3 are going to have a makeover similar to this next time out. So join us for that as well. It's going to be chaotic as ever. at Silverstone, as this is Romain Grosjean using every part of the available track down at the exit, I think, of turn 11. So that's a very close one as he's trying to get past Phoenix or Rosenquist. That was just after, wasn't it? That was just after Canada Corner, so it's turn 12. Yeah, it's turn 12, just after Canada Corner at the bottom half of the track. Oh, and he went on the grass as well, actually, did Romain Grosjean. So he's pushing every single limit he can find, and he's never going to stop, is he? Unbelievable guy. Who doesn't love Romain Grosjean? Honestly, just tell me. Absolutely spectacular. Thumbs up as they come through. That 40 at 55, 16 laps to go. I'll post my YouTube video covering all the F2 incidents in the Discord, if that's okay with you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You're heading into turn 1.
No save. Grade 4 efficient. Pit this lap.
Oh, there you go. Never mind. He's coming in this lap,
okay.
so he gets the push. Green 4. And he said efficient. I think that's an efficient use of the push to pass. That means small little squirts of push to pass coming out of the corners through second gear, through third gear. Then
drive-through penalty for car 11 of Tatiana Calderon. Overspeed pit lane. So there is an overspeed issue for Tatiana Calderon. And now we kind of knew this was coming. 16 laps to go, around about 15. We knew they'd have to do a splash and dash. They wouldn't make it through. As up the inside, some side-by-side action. And is that Daly? No, yes, Daly versus, I can't say, it's Rossi. No, hang on a minute. Reorient. It's Pagenaud versus Connor Daly. So, after this, it's closing up on the end of the race. Newgarden leads Rossi, Ericsson, Herta, and Rosenquist. But meantime, there's an action battle as we go down to the braking zone. Venus VK looks to the inside. David McCulcus blocking it into the Corvette Bridge corner turn 5. And a magnificent couple of passes up the inside there. So, let's take a look down at that camera and see some onboard action. While we're here, there's the races as they run. So, who do we need to select? Down on the board. Who are we looking at? Venus VK. Where's VK's battles? Help here would be Helping Hand. Well, actually, Will Power's in the back of this. So find Power, and we can use his power. Here he is, Carl Kirkwood and David McCulcus. So let's open up Power on the radio message. There we go. So this is Will Power. He's got Venus VK just ahead of him. When's he going to get through as we approach downhill towards Canada Corner? Rosenquist in the pit lane. So Rosenquist was the first one to block by going into the pit lane.
That's time, Will. Pit this time.
And Power's going to pit this time by as well. So Power is indeed coming into the pit lane as we thought he might. On the inside, on the grass. Oh, what a move. Can he make it stick? Power around the outside at Canada Corner. And he's made the move. Oh, we were on board at just the right time then with Will Power on the inside. And he's taken him. That was a heart-stopping manoeuvre to get past Carl Kirkwood. Fabulous move. That was pure perfection that we were on board at that time to see that overtake. That was live, and we saw it, and NBC missed it. That was insane. Oh, I implore you, if you've just joined, rewind 15 seconds and see a great move by Will Power. That needs clipping. Absolutely. What a run. On board now with VK, I believe. Try to double check on the mirror. Looks orange to me. Newgarden leads Rossi Ericsson 1, 2, 3 at the moment. That was their heart stopper. I have not got the voice left to shout like that as Newgarden comes into the pit lane. And Rossi is going to be in second position as things stand.
Pit this lap, Joseph. Pit this lap. Pit this lap.
And that was Newgarden's radio telling him to pit this lap. And here comes Newgarden. Rossi coming in as well.
27's coming with you. 27's coming with you. Pit this lap.
That's it. That's Rossi. Ericsson flying by through.
To go here for the IndyCar Series. Joseph Newgarden, the leader, coming down pit road, came with a 5.2 seconds lead. You see in the distance back there, that's Alexander Rossi, who is sitting in second. So who can gain the most time here on pit road? Critical stops for both teams. Team Penske versus Andretti. Autosport, Newgarden down the way much quicker and holding Andretti on Rossi just a little bit. We'll see where that cycles out and see if Newgarden extended his lead at all.
Don't think he did, sadly at all. Might have been like a tenth of a second, maybe 2/10. It was a pretty clean stop. Awarded.
For the 5 car, trying to gain a couple of spots here. Look at that wing adjustment for Award. We're also going to see Colton Herta come down pit road. Colton's had trouble seeing. He's had some dirt get into his eyes somehow. They think they came through the air hose, so you're going to see them hand Colton Herta a towel and try to wipe his face off. Then he's going to throw it back to the team. But hence, that's unusual. Yes, I think it came from on top of his helmet, the air hose, getting some dirt in and getting into Colton Herta's eyes.
Yeah, we've certainly seen enough drivers dropping wheels and throwing dirt up in the air and dirt onto the track. But it's tough when you see that hose at the top of the helmet. It feeds air.
I really hope this video buffers because I want to see this, and I'm sure you do at home too.
We're going to hand you a wet towel on the stop so you can hopefully rub your eyes, and then you can throw it back out, okay? What's a couple more laps? 2.
It's a great. So that's 2 laps to go. As soon as he comes into the, hang on, I can't hear now. As soon as Herta comes into the pit lane, we'll open up that battle graphic. You want to see it. I want to see it as well. The fact that Herta is going to have a wet towel on his... He's coming in now. He's coming in now. Right, all battle stations. Here we go. Are you ready? Let's take a look at this camera. Let's find out where Herta is. Let's open it up and let's watch. So there will be a wet towel that will be passed to Colton Herta. Let's take a look what this looks like. Wet towel, remember? He's got dirt in his visor. So the visor's going to come up. They're going to go in like that, change over the face. He's trying to get out with his glove. That very rarely works. The glove just sort of, it's a sticky material, so it doesn't work in. I've missed it on the world feed, but I'd rather see it with you first. In he comes. So he's changing over. Here comes the towel. In he goes. It looks like a feather duster. Clear your eyes. Why are you fueling? Away it goes. Throw it away. And bing, bang, boom, you're gone. Did it work? Well, only time will tell if it did work or not. Keep your fingers crossed it did work. Marcus Ericsson, I think, as the net leader of the race. He's being shown as the leader, but we've got Newgarden as the leader on the NBC coverage feed.
5.3.
And this was Ericsson getting an air hose caught around the front. Oh, and Ericsson's run over a fuel hose. Ericsson had to stop as a fuel hose got loose and got stuck in between his front wheels. And that was a bitter, bitter disappointment and a hammer blow there for Marcus. So he's not the race leader. He's back where Herta is. So Ericsson 4th, Herta 5th.
Coming in as the points leader, he was even second, despite him being hit by Devlin DiFrancesco early in the race because of the problems from people like Alex Palou and Pato O'Ward right now not running quite as strong as his teammate Felix Rosenquist.
Power down in 18th place. Colton's got a nice run here, heading to the kink. Ericsson got...
Ow! Herta nearly went in the wall! Herta nearly went in the wall! Ericsson had understeer, and then Herta had it through Canada Corner. And we know how big Canada Corner is. If you make a mistake there, it's bam in the wall. Let's, how much push to pass they got left? Okay, so Herta has, who's got it through? Herta has...
He's in the same position fuel-wise. Fine here.
Herta... Do you mind? Herta has push to pass 15. Ericsson 19. So they've lost on push to pass. As at least Newgarden stopped interrupting me. Brian Herta watching on thinking, what can we do here? Ericsson is going to defend for 3rd place. Newgarden, Rossi Ericsson, and throwing Herta, the deserving 1, 2, 3 of this race.
29 on the overtake. He has 29. Ericsson has 19. Herta has 15.
Anything happened up in Misery School? Got to continue again, but wonder if anything happened. Nothing at all. It's mainly a strategy battle at the moment, Synth. It's a game of chess again.
You can run wheel 1 and just use your foot. It's up to you.
Herta trying to find a way through on the inside, and Marcus Ericsson can't find a way through. I hope you're hearing that team radio, by the way. Unless I'm just listening to it on the world feed and it's not coming over the headsets as well, which it should be, because it has been nearly all race. This is a fantastic little battle. 12 to go. Feels like there's 2 to go, to be fair. It's that type of race once again, where so much can happen. week to week, month to month, sector to sector, little things can change over and big developments can happen.
21. Code 21 is what we need right now. 21. You can do that with your foot.
Code 21, you can do that with your foot. That's a lot better. You got in with 3.607 seconds, the gap. Ericsson in third. Herta fourth. Herta again struggling through Canada. It's a real problem. Those front tyres are not working. He jumped. Exit of turn 13. He jumped over the curbs. Sausage curbs are dangerous. We should get rid of them. That could have ended badly. Ericsson's increased the gap. Ericsson's down to 4 seconds to push to pass. Herta's down to 2 seconds to push to pass. Watch Herta, if you're watching along with his NBC, jumps over the curb and nearly gets launched. Wow.
He got to the end of the road before he hit that bit of access pavement.
Meanwhile, up front, that Newgarden-Rossi battle last lap, Alexander Rossi was a second quicker than Joseph Newgarden. You can see them, they're in the same frame and the same...
And Takuma Sato has been given a warning and a post-race monetary fine for unprovoked work by an aeroscreen attendant. Unapproved, sorry, work by an aeroscreen attendant. Wow.
To the checkered flag.
I've got nothing. And a blah. How bizarre. Okay, you're back with us here up in the close box. Top 5. Joseph Newgarden, Alexander Rossi, Marcus Ericsson, Colton Herta, and Felix Rosenqvist. Who is going to take the win in this one? Can't wait. Kellett in the pit lane. I think I just said that. I can't remember if I did or didn't. As we come through. Remarkably, 9 laps down but still running is Alex Palou. So they're all still going quite interestingly and quite smooth. So clap, clap, clap. Well done. Thumbs up. Have a sticker for everybody as they try and hold down the line. Try and hold down the power. Keep the power. Maintain the power. Feel the power. I went on a tangent there. I don't even know why I was going on a tangent for. So,
the 4 car just left the pit on new tires.
That's Newgarden. Last pit would be on new tyres, so he has stopped again. He had 3 stops for everybody. 4 stops on the board there for Carl Kirkwood and Venus VK. Throw into that Dalton Kellett as well, so that's an interesting factor I didn't expect to see as they come through. Oh, and Grosjean getting close behind Felix Rosenqvist for 5th position here as things stand. Nearly close to contact as well, down through turn 2 and 3.
So now we need code 30 to
and
32.
Grosjean's going for it.
30 to 32, he should be the same.
Grosjean's on the push to pass on the inside into turn 5 with the Corvette bridge and makes the move for 5th. Grosjean passes Felix Rosenqvist. Well, that took time, but it was a good amount of time between them. So thumbs up there. 10 to go. Newgarden has a 2.9 second advantage. Well, this is good news as well. How many is there on options? Let's take a look. How many on option tyres? Rahal, Dixon, Lundgaard, Ilott, Harvey Sato, Power, Kellett, Johnson. So they've switched over from earlier on in the race when I went through exactly that situation. Let's have a look. The little owl says Rosenqvist has done well so far. He really has in the field. You're back with us on NBC in America to go to the checkered flag. If you're watching us in the watch-along commentary, this is where the battle heats up to maximum. I wish we came back with 11 laps to go. I could have said turn up to 11. But sadly, not turning out to 11. And this is another good run on board into the braking zone. Oh, this is in 11th position as well. So Pagenaud and Harvey are having a battle together. Pagenaud's 14th, Harvey 15th. And Harvey is absolutely pushing like a madman out there. Pit lane.
Peretta is doing with Autosport and getting Simona Di Silvestro back behind the wheel for the first of 3 races this season. Beth puts forward what she calls a female forward team, trying to give girls more opportunities in IndyCar. And I asked her, can you show me an example this weekend of one of the girls who's kind of come through the program? And that young woman would be Chelsea Pescinino. Chelsea was an intern on this car last year for the Indianapolis 500. This year, she is a full assistant data engineer. She's responsible to make sure all the data coming to and from that 16 car is clean and good. By the way, Lee, she's also a student. She's at Georgia Tech getting a double degree, and she's got a quiz on Monday. You guys know how hard it is to get flights out of here, right? She can't fly till tomorrow morning. She's got to study tonight, be ready for that dynamics quiz tomorrow, but she's doing all the work that she needs to do for Beth Paretta's program, and she's working her way into full-time position once she graduates here in IndyCar.
That's very cool, using what she's learning at school and applying it here at the track. It's Simona Di Silvestro's 70th IndyCar career start here today, and she said, look, I know it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve getting back up to speed in an IndyCar, but it's the first of 3 that Paretta Autosport will do this year. And problems for Pato O'Ward.
Oh no! Pato's got problems! Pato O'Ward is in trouble! I don't believe it!
That's sick. This is going to bring out a yellow. There's no safety team close to where he's at. That car I don't think is going to make it to pit lane.
And the full course caution is out! Pato O'Ward has changed the complexion of the race! It's closed it down again with 8 laps to go. The caution is out, and now everyone can pit. Newgarden can get more fuel. Soft tires for everyone. A showdown at Road America. Stick it in my veins. Brilliant.
Okay on fuel. Better cooling it down. Little wheel 8 there.
Apparently he's okay on fuel, I'm hearing.
Car pulled off in 12, 13. 5 car.
Box him. Box him now. Get him in. Change over those tires. Get him in for some new fuel.
Pace car in turn 13. Pace car in turn 13.
So our
Everyone
first...
behind us is going to be on blacks. And we've got as much push to pass as anybody does.
Our first retirement of the day comes from Pato O'Ward. And if Joseph Newgarden wins on a road course, it's the bonus £1 million deal for a charity of his choice. But he hasn't had much luck here. 2020, he retired on race 1.
Dominating performance all day long just for it all to come unglued. And it's starting to sound like a similar theme here, Marty.
He is no doubt thinking about last year. He's also thinking about 2017, a race very similar to this one. In that one, a late restart. Scott Dixon beat him on that final restart. And he lost that race. Meanwhile, you pointed it out, Hitch, Alexander Rossi for 6 straight laps was quicker than Joseph Newgarden. He had cut the lead from 3.4 seconds down to 2.8. And now he gets a restart to boot. This is going to be fun.
All right, let's go Spy Cam. Let's go to this team, to Alexander Rossi and Andretti Autosport. Have a listen.
All the rest of that. So everybody's on blacks behind us. Rossi's got 25 on the button. Then Eric's got 4, Herder's 2, and Grosjean 41.
Does Rossi have on the button?
That's Brian Barnhart saying save 10, meaning save 10 seconds of push to pass to have a good hard run at him at the end.
Now this data becomes critically important. Look at Marcus Ericsson and Colton Herta, just 4 and 2 seconds respectively left. How about Rosenquist, 91 seconds. Graham Rahal, always strong on restart, 78 seconds. Dave, this thing is anything but over. So much muscle. Going to try to come forward here with 7 laps to go.
Rosenquist, the best you can see with the overtake, 91 seconds of it remaining. And they just reminded Felix, by the way, since you've been running a little bit slower, saving fuel, your tires are better too. Oh boy, chance to attack. And they said you can attack here at the end.
So the battle is on then. Here at the end. Hey, I'm back. Oh, wow. Wait, what now? Caution ready to go. What has happened? We need to know. We know. You don't. I'll tell you. Pato O'Ward has stopped on the track. The car's died on him. It's gone dead stick. Listen to this. Through Canada corner. Dies.
Hey, engine's failing. Engine fail. Engine fail.
And it happened on the sketchiest part of the racetrack.
Not good at all. So 7 to go. We're in for a restart with maybe even 2 to go. The Corvette safety car flies it around. And now Newgarden leads the race, and we're listening to him, and we chose that at the start of the day. We seem to have a habit of picking the race winner's audio. Keep our fingers crossed. We might choose it correct in a second as well here today. Reminder, coming up after this race here, we've got...
It's going to be open here. Pits will be open. Obviously, we'll stay out here. Stay out.
Okay, so pits are open, but he's staying out. Pit road is going down.
One here 3 years ago. That was the last time Brian Barnhart was the strategist. I'm going to guess that yellow was quite welcome. What's he have here?
Well, it's good for us to have a shot at Joseph. It lost a big gap on Ericsson, but it's going to be an exciting restart for 5 laps, and I think see what we can do. Both the 2 and the 27 been awful strong all day long, but they're going to have a good
I don't think
battle.
I can take 5
Honda
laps.
versus Chevy, do you see an advantage either way, or is any one of these 2 up front have an advantage?
No, I think it's up to them. It's going to be a good dogfight here. We'll see how it comes out.
All right, thanks, Brian. Marty.
Let's chat with Tim Cindric, who has guided Joseph Newgarden to leading the most laps today. Well, shades of last year in 2017 as well, I'm sure, for you guys. What do you say to Joseph on this final restart?
He knows what to do. It's just a matter of getting the job done. It's kind of like deja vu last year, so hopefully we get through this clean. But yeah, I'm sure Rossi's going to give him a run for it. But these guys have done a great job in the pits all day, and he's done his job out there. We just have to see how it sorts out.
So what do you think about the overtake situation? You have a good bit more. Obviously, in your category, that's a big advantage.
Well, at least we're not at a disadvantage, but I think it's a matter of getting a good jump on the start, and the overtake will kind of take care of itself here. Obviously, it doesn't come in until the next lap, so it's really just a matter of getting through 1 and 5 clean and hopefully do his job.
Joseph Newgarden trying to get another victory here at Road America, Kevin.
Brad Goldberg, the engineer for Marcus Ericsson, calls him the sponge because he wants to know and he's so good about data. Well, now the pit stop issue is no longer an issue. You're right back in the game. Does he have anything to move forward a spot or 2?
We just hope to have a good finish here. Clear finish to the end. We're a bit low on push to pass compared to the others. So we just hope to have a good finish here. Good points day as well.
Exactly, points. He's the championship leader as we go. Does that impact the thinking a little bit of how aggressive he should be?
Yeah, I mean, I told him on the radio we need to be smart on this last restart because the cars immediately in points around us are having a bad day.
All right, thank you, Brad.
Tell you what, guess we go red now. That's pretty much what we do, isn't it? When there's a single car stopped on the track with 5 laps to go of a race here in IndyCar, we go red. Pretty much simple, isn't it? Oh, did that hit too close to nerve with the Indy 500? Green, white, checkered. Yes, I know. I'll just put that into the Grid Network chat as well. The Grid Network chat. Let's have a look and see what happens there. Right. Tell you what, this is what is going on later on tonight.
Going here, we'll 1 to the end. You know what to do on the restart. We talked about all that. And, yeah, you know where everybody's at behind you.
Oh, that's looking good. Okay. So, straight after this IndyCar race, we'll have around about a 5-10 minute break. Then we're going to go on for race 2 of the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship. Straight after, round 3. Then, Grand Prix review. Is that from Brian Hutter?
But hopefully we can see because we're going to need to.
There you go. So he sits in 4th right now and hasn't said a word about the vision since he got that towel. But Colton terrific on restarts. We'll see what he can do here, guys.
So when they come to the line, it's going to be 5.
So, here we go then, folks. Are you ready for this one? I'm not. This is going to be absolutely insane.
You can push it anyway.
Oh, Newgarden is sounding a bit nervous there. Oh, dear.
Feel faster.
Oh, he feels faster. Is he faster though? That's the question. Here we go then. If Newgarden wins this race, £1 million to a charity of his choice. Big money on the line. Who is going to win?
The pace car's getting away from you now.
Yeah, pace car's on his way. Who is going to win the Sonsio Grand Prix at Road America? Joseph Newgarden will back the pack up. It will be a 5-lap showdown. Newgarden has 37 seconds of push to pass. Alexander Rossi 21. Ericsson Herta don't have a dog in this fight. 4 seconds to 2 seconds. They're out of it. Watch out for Grosjean to steal a podium. He's got 41. Watch out for Rosenquist. He's got 91. For the last time today, green flag, and away we go at Road America. And it's a good restart from Newgarden as they run down towards turn number 1. And now look at this. Oh no, we're going to have a caution. We're going to have a caution. We've got to stop for Cashin Evers. That's turn 1, and they've called it off again. Well, they'll go red now, won't they? I know it's a joke, but they'll go red. 5 to go. It's what we do now, isn't it? Have a grandstand finish. We'll go red. We have to.
Course yellow. Full course yellow here. Full course yellow, turn 14.
Well, if they have the precedent set of what happened in the Indy 500, we now go red for this matter. 5 to go. We want a grandstand finish. We go red. It's what they did in the 500. 5 to go. Johnson crashed. They wanted a grandstand finish. They threw the red flag. So they guaranteed a green flag finish. Do we do that now? What's the precedent do we set? Genuine concern here. What do we do? And yeah, Team Penske are like, whoa. So Ashley Newgarden there, Joseph Newgarden's wife, watching on as well. She's holding she's holding her mobile close to her chest as well, and her headset on as well, just closing it down. Do we go green? When do we go green? The car's still there. Are we going to enter caution? Are we going to stop it? What is the deal? They stopped it in Detroit last year for a green-white checker. Are they going to stop it here now for a green-white checker? Can they refire Cashin Evers, who has fallen right to the back? And they've refired Cashin Evers, and we are go again. Well, that's good news. Get him into the pit lane if he's not good enough. Keep him out of the race. Don't make spoilers. Okay, looking strong so far here. As we're going to go restarting, just been given the text message, we're not going to red flag it. Did VK pit right before the restart? No. No. 5 to go, and the pace car lights are still on. So we're going to, and the car's going again. So 3-lap showdown here in Road America. I can barely make it through the next 3. Pit road.
Entirely confident we're going to end this one under green, but hopefully for the fans' sake, everybody can play nice. You still want to get out there, get your elbows out, try to get a few more positions before the checker flag falls.
One finger.
Opportunities are slowly, or quickly I should say, disappearing.
There were so many moves materializing. Dixon was lining up McLaughlin. Grosjean was having a look at Colton Herta. Rossi, of course, was trying to stay with Newgarden.
Cars are peaking, some are defending, some are swerving. And you saw earlier in the race when Rossi had the restart, first few laps in, how he did the dragon, the big sweep down the front straightaway, reminiscent of Marcus Ericsson at the Indy 500. Let's see if Newgarden returns the favor, if Rossi is able to stay a little bit closer this time on the restart. Pace car lights are off, but we're on the back straightaway, so it's going to be a couple minutes.
Yeah. Not quite time to run to the bathroom and grab a beer or anything like that, but it's coming quick.
I'm out the door.
One thing I will say is on that last restart, Joseph Newgarden, I think he played one trick. Alexander Rossi had a few cracks in restarting up front, and it kind of always had the jump. Joseph Newgarden went very, very early. There is a restart zone that race director Kyle Novak gives the drivers, and he went very at the start of that, Marty.
I was going to ask you, Hinch, what is Alexander Rossi thinking right now? Because clearly Newgarden got a huge jump last time. What's going through his head as he's replaying in his mind what happened last time and forecasting what can happen on this restart?
Yeah, exactly.
Here we go again then. A 3-lap showdown here at Road America. My voice can just about handle it. How many cautions? 4, 5? 6th time today. I'm going to say those magic words. 6 magic words. Come on, come on, come on. 3 to go. Let's get this going this time, guys. Come on, come on. Calderon's 25th. Where is Simone Di Silvestro? 20th. Yes! Simona's 20th. Great job, Simone Di Silvestro. They're in there beating the likes of VK, Kellett, Castroneves, Johnson, Award, and Palu. And Tatiana would have been higher up if it wasn't for her penalty. Right. Here we go again then. Strap yourselves in for a bumpy ride. The last laps of this Sonsio Grand Prix at Road America. New Garden will lead the way. Rossi's right behind him. Rossi's got 21 seconds to push to pass. New Garden's got 37. Green flag, and away we go. And now, once again, New Garden's really put the pedal to the metal, coming out of the last corner. And now Rossi's having to defend from Ericsson. Ericsson's really pushing hard. Ericsson's going to get him before the line. And Marcus Ericsson pulls to the inside line and takes second position away from Alexander Rossi. A tremendous move. Can he hold it through? Rossi's going to hold him around the outside. They're side by side, and Ericsson gets second. And here comes Herta. Herta switched to the outside line. Grosjean sends the inside of Herta now. Herta was sent around the outside. There's contact between Herta and Grosjean. Herta shuts the door. Herta's got no push to pass. Grosjean's got 41. I said to watch out for him as well. Grosjean's on the grass. He loses a position to Rosenquist as we come down to turn 5. Rosenquist goes wide. Grosjean goes back through. And Herta's only a sitting duck for too long. Pagano versus Daly further back as well. And an all-action battle. This is fantastic. Grosjean to 5th. Rosenquist to 6th. It's all sorts of mayhem further back. How have we not had a contact? How have we not had a caution? Oh, McLaughlin on Rahal on the inside. Rahal forced off the track. Dixon trying to go back through on the inside. Dixon chops off Longard for 10th position. Ilon trying to go through as well. Trying to find the same position. He's not finding the right position. They're all desperately trying to find the position. But look at that from Ericsson. He's ahead. So look at that. Newgarden ahead of Ericsson. 7 tenths. Ericsson's only got 4 seconds to push to pass left. He's got nothing left. Newgarden on 37. It should be Newgarden's race win. I can't see it going any other way. I really can't. Into the last corner. Turn number 14. The turn 14 experience and through the quad carport. Just alongside the track. Up the hill. And past the start-finish line. Down to turn 1.
You can use your overtake here. He's only got 4 left. The 8 car has 4 left.
8 car's got 4 seconds left as well. As here comes Will Power and Connor Daly looking on the inside as well. On Jack Harvey, Sato under pressure from David McCulcus. And now McCulcus goes wide. Sato come back to the inside. Here's Scott McLaughlin battling with Graham Rahal as well. Over 7th and 8th position. Dixon just behind, waiting to find for a position to come through as well. This is some fantastic racing here as well at Road America. It's a proper street circuit. It's a proper circuit. That's why 4 abreast. Sato dives on the inside. McCulcus is going to turn on him. Sato has to take to the curb. There's contact between Sato and Power on front wing to rear tyre. There's no damage. Sato's going to lose a position. He holds on. VK forces Power onto the grass and through the dust. And he loses positions to Devon and Di Francesco as well. And now VK's really on the move. He lost a position there and also to the 14 of Dalton Kellett. And so the 4 of Dalton Kellett and the 14 of Carl Kirkwood. All sorts of omni shambles happening around this circuit. It's fantastic. Coming to the white flag. 2 seconds between Newgarden and Ericsson. Oh, Herta's brakes beginning to fade. Black smoke flying out the side of the cars as well as they enter Canada corner. And who's looking at the inside behind that of the 21 of VK, Kirkwood and Di Francesco. Looking for the battles between them. Mayhem. Elbows out. Mayhem for the little owl. Elbows out, says Synthol. There's some real racing. Real good racing on here. And now, white flag in the air. Last lap the call. Herta pulls to the inside. Can't get ahead of Grosjean. Grosjean's got another 19 seconds left to push to pass. Herta's out of push to pass. Herta's having to do this with all his might of pure power. Grosjean has another 19 seconds left to push to pass. Double checking that because 41 is still Rosenquist. Rosenquist can still push in. Ericsson's got 4 seconds. Rossi 6. Newgarden on 25, so they're not going to change it there. Doubt they would anyway. As they come through, it's not going to be Rossi's day, but he'll get a podium at the Grand Prix of Road America. Lot changing through the middle of the track as well. Cars looking left and right again. Rosenquist having to defend from the back of McLaughlin, who in turn is defending from Rahal. Newgarden is 2.7 seconds clear at the front. He has got a mammoth gap, that Penske. From a miserable couple of races for Penske, it's going to be double-double. Toil and trouble. Detroit went the way of Penske. And now back here again at Road America. It'll go the way of Penske. 4th win of the season for the team after a run of bad races. I don't mind that at all. 4 out of 8. That's a good start for the captain. And here's Rosenquist to the inside. Did he Rosenquist pass Herter? Did Rosenquist pass Herter? Yes, he did. Joseph Newgarden, for $1 million as well to a charity of choice, has gone out there and delivered. Joseph Newgarden wins the Sonsio Grand Prix at Road America. Second on the board, Marcus Ericsson. Third for Alexander Rossi. It's a drag race to the line. Herter takes 5th. Grosjean 4th.
Nice work. And $1 million, bud. And $1 million.
Forget about that. That's pretty cool.
Just made $1 million for a charity of choice.
Great job all weekend. Thanks for all the hard work.
What a run. And he's calm on the radio as well. We chose it.
Awesome job out there.
We were listening to Newgarden throughout the race. I suppose that's definitely a good commentator. Not curse, but luck wished upon him. We were listening to his radio throughout the race, and he's only gone and won it. I think I chose Joseph Newgarden as my pick a winner as well, so I think I'm quite safe there. As there we come through. Hey, I don't think I just won pick a winner, did I? Can't remember. Someone double check that. So, what a race. As they come through the field now, driver track has stopped. That's unusual. Donuts down at turn 5 at the bridge section. Not bad.
Don't be that guy.
I'm
just waiting.
Don't stall it. Don't be that guy who stalls it doing a showy victory offy swoop around. Newgarden second win.
We'll wait.
Yeah, Newgarden won around the outside at Texas Motor Speedway. Closest finish. One on the streets of Long Beach, then 2 weeks later. It's once, it's twice, it's 3 times a winner in 2022. He's won on an oval, he's won on a street course, he's won on a road course. That means he's got that $1 million for charity. Joseph Newgarden, a series champion. Yeah, he's something good, isn't he? Let's take a look then at how everything finished in this race. With through the field, Joseph Newgarden takes victory here for the Sonsio Grand Prix at Road America. Marcus Ericsson second, Alexander Rossi is third. Romain Grosjean 4th, Colton Herter 5th, Felix Rosenquist is 6th. 7th on the board as well. Goes to the way of Scott McLaughlin, 8th Graham Rahal, 9th Scott Dixon, and 10th for Christian Lundgaard. 11th Callum Ilott, 12th for Simon Pagenaud, 13th Jack Harvey, 14th Conor Daly, 15th Takuma Sato, 16th David McCulcus, 17th Venus VK, 18th Devlin DiFrancesco, 19th Will Power, 20th on the board as well. Now for Carl Kirkwood. Samojis of Westro, 21st. Helio Castroneves is 22nd. Dalton Kellett, 23rd.
Pit lane here. Go slow up the pit lane there.
24th for Jimmy Johnson. 25th, Tatiana Cordon. 26th, Pato O'Ward. 27th, Alexander Palou, the last finisher in this race. And press this button. Let's take a look at points throughout the field. Marcus Ericsson leads the way on 293. Will Power is on 266. Joseph Newgarden, 261. Pato O'Ward, 248. Alex Palou, the top 5, 246. Scott Dixon, 224. Rossi, 218. Rosenquist, 203. McLaughlin, 109. And Pagenaud Randall, the top 10 on a 197 as well. Colton Herter, 11th, you can say as well. Let's go down and listen to what it means to Scott McLaughlin.
I can tell you from spending some time with Joseph this weekend, there's a lot of frustration that went into that fist bump. All the close calls, all the laps led, and just one win. Well, now there's two for Joseph Newgarden at Road America. And I'm sure when that caution came out, there were shades of 2021, there were shades of 2017, losing it on late restarts, but today he prevailed. So were you thinking about those races that didn't work out on late restarts, Joseph, and how determined were you to not let that happen again today?
I was just trying to stay focused on what I had to do. Just unbelievable job by everybody at Team Penske. Great to have PPG on board with us. We've had a lot of success in this car, and Team Chevy's bringing it with this engine, you know, so just so proud to be here. And people's choice, you know, I keep forgetting about this $1 million. I think
people ready. You got $1 million check coming here in a second.
Yeah, people's ready. I kept forgetting about it, and now to finally get it done and to, most importantly, to give that money to charity. Half of that money is going to charity with Serious Fun Children's Network and Wags and Walks out of Nashville. So I hope they're happy about it. That's a lot of money coming their way.
For people ready to put up the money, but two, for the team to do it. You and I talked about it earlier in the year. How tough of an accomplishment is that to get it done on an oval, a street course, and a road course all in one season, much less the first half of the season?
I mean, that's what makes IndyCar so tough. It's impossible to predict what's going to happen. I thought we had it all locked up in Detroit, like it was going to be easy from the front row, and it was anything but easy. It went completely different than we predicted, and that's just what makes this series so difficult. And it makes it fun to be in. You know, you've got to be on your toes at all times. You can go in with a plan, but you probably have to change your plan 90% of the time once the race starts to unfold. So, you know, to be able to hit all these disciplines with this team is just, for me, it's the best series in the world. I just love driving IndyCar.
Joseph Newgarden, a big one, $1 million bonus going his way for the team and a charity, Kevin.
And the championship leader is Marcus Ericsson, the reigning Indianapolis 500 winner, finishes second. I have to ask you, though, your teammate Alex Palou was not very happy early on in the race. Tell us your version of the contact when you made the move to get through him.
Yeah, first of all, I'm really sorry. You know, you never want to have contact with a teammate, so I feel super sorry that Alex had to retire there. From my point of view, I had you know, the door was open, and I'm always, you know, I'm already side by side, as you can see on the video, or even further than side by side, and I make the corner fine. So I think, from my point of view, it's a nice racing move. A move that, you know, if you see a gap, you go for it. It's important in the beginning of the race to track position. But with that said, you know, I feel terrible that he had to retire in that spot.
Good drive, though. You got the points you needed, and you're the championship leader again.
Yeah, it was a really good race. You know, we had a really strong weekend and a little bit of a struggle in warm-up, so we changed some stuff for the race car. I think the qualifying car was really good, and then the guys, everyone on the 8 car, they did a tremendous job in Ganassi, you know, to give me a really good race car today. And P2, great day for the championship. Joseph did a really good drive and deserved that win, but super happy with P2.
Thank you, Marcus.
So we told you early.
Marcus Ericsson down on the board then. We've heard from everybody in the top 3, and with that, it's time to disappear. That's it then, folks. We're done here for IndyCar. Coming up in around about 15, 20 minutes time is race 2 of the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship. Straight after that will be race 3. And then at about 9 o'clock, we'll have the Grand Prix review. And by 9:30, I can go to bed. So thanks for your company here today. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's Joseph Newgarden who has won the Sonsio Grand Prix at Road America. Thanks for your company here tonight. Safe travels to you all. Bye for now.